Are they? Oh!
Hello! Welcome!
Welcome, Kat.
Hello!
Perfect. The timing, awesome.
Last train delayed.
We were getting worried.
Train got delayed and my phone was dead.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
No worries.
Why do you always lose your voice to the DC1 characters? Don't DC2 you're like so
I
hyper and
swear I do
I
not.
know.
I did not mean to.
no! Oh gosh.
I think it's kind of a recurrent theme. It's happened 3 times already.
I have not been trying, I swear.
It's okay. I get it. He hates me.
Whoa! That is so.
You and Rachel Bull.
it's revenge for the ore. Getting hit with the ore.
For the war, yeah.
God dang it.
It's okay. I get it. Salty, you didn't get as far. Not that you were, wish you could be in season 3, but you weren't.
Wait,
Unfortunately.
why was I was also not in season 3.
Oh yeah.
It's
that's
okay.
true.
Oh god.
The Disventure Dispatch is back! And on this episode, a podcast host's all-time favorite has gone home. The start of a villain arc has emerged. And we have a very special guest star. We'll get into all that. But first, I am this week's intro boy, Marks, the voice actor for Yule. It's so great to be here. I'm joined by our esteemed panel as always. We're going to start with Jpeg. Jpeg, how you doing?
Hello! Not good right now because, well, you know what happened. It's horrible.
Yeah, let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on like the brighter side of life. Speaking of bright side, what's your favorite vibrant color? What color, if you were placed into a room of just this pure color, would bring out the happiness in you right now?
Ooh, light blue. I don't know why, but I've always been attracted to light blue. I don't know why. It's very nice.
Light blue. Light blue, that's really good. You know, light blue, it's the color of the sky. Sometimes it's the color of a nice, beautiful ocean. Light blue personally reminds me of our next guest, Tam. Tam, how's it going?
Hello! Hello! It's going great! Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy that JPEG is sad right now. I don't know, it's just giving me life. It's giving me so much energy.
What the heck?
You know what? That's a really great way to look at things. Other people's sadness is an outlet for your joy.
Exactly.
What's some other outlets of joy for you, Tam? Like, what do you love to do that brings you joy?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Well, being with you guys is joyful, but I also like to go outside a bit, get some of that like sun and that air and stuff. Just feeling refreshed. So yeah, just taking
That's
walks.
That's an honor, Tam. Oh, I love spending time with you too, and I'm sure all of the other podcast hosts agree. You
Aw.
really brighten up this entire podcast. So thank you.
Works.
Now we're gonna move on to our favorite fanboy, Imer. How's it going?
Hello, it's going okay. It's nice to talk about this episode and enjoy JPEG's demise. Ellie and Tess back to back. How lucky are we today? Even though I love Tess, I just gotta push in the knife. I gotta push in the knife more.
Oh my gosh.
Don't remind me.
You know, I love the celebration of people's demise, and I really feel like that fuels into my question for you, Imer, and I think that twist of mine is what I need. If you could get rid of one type of juice in all of the world so nobody else could drink it, also, what would you get rid of and why?
This is a really great question. You know what? I say it. Get rid of cranberry juice. It is not enjoyable. I never liked it out of all the times I had it, and it has to go. Farewell. Adios. Arrivederci.
You know, Imer, we're actually about to have some problems because you're trying to bring despair to me now. I'm a huge cranberry juice supporter.
Oh no.
Cranberry vodka is my go-to drink at a bar. So if that didn't exist, I would straight up just not go out anymore, which would be devastating.
Well,
Next up,
that.
is somebody on vocal rest? Is it vocal? Genesis, are you able to talk?
I'm gonna do it anyway. It's okay. I'll push through it. It's for the sake of the podcast. Hello everyone. Hi. I'm on vocal rest.
Genesis,
'cause
can you explain to everybody why you're on vocal rest? That's my only question.
Okay, yeah, so I've been trying to expand my range because I don't want to. Well, I love doing protagonist voices, but I want to kind of do more than that. So I was like, you know what? Here's a fun idea. Why don't I just try and do like vocal training like singers do to expand my range? And I did it, and it hurts. I busted up my voice 2 days ago, and then yesterday I think it was healing properly, but then I decided to be dumb and do a voice acting session then. So it's back to needing to heal. So hopefully that will be healed soon, and hopefully I can have a voice that sounds like Corpse Husband eventually. Anyway.
It's so sad, Genesis.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'd
that
imitate
is
that
actually
too.
really sad, Genesis.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone will be able to take advantage of that. I'm pretty sure, because I won't be able to fight back as much, should I say? But
Oh, and I know how much they love to fight with you. That was what they did all last podcast.
that's
We'll see how long it takes
that's
them.
true.
We'll see. Clock it now. How many minutes in will it take for the first attack on Genesis? I'm predicting from Emer, but we'll move on to our
what?
final extra special guest judge or star. The voice of not just one, but two iconic characters from Disventure Camp. Everybody, please give it up for the voice of Miriam and Emily Cat.
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah, hi, I exist. The range issue
Hi, Kat, how's it going?
seems like a problem for you, Genesis, but I feel like a lot of other people have it on bar or something.
Have what on bar? What? Oh,
The
Huh?
range thing.
oh, wow. So you're just saying it's a skill issue? Yeah.
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 Yo.
Of course, the
Be
person
better
who
like
will
me,
do
the fire
flawless.
kid.
And Marx is
Of course, the
lost
person
bet. It
who will
wasn't
do a
Emer.
flawless granny impression.
I
Yeah.
really did actually lose the bet.
Oh wait, yeah. Wait, hang on. How long was that? That wasn't
Not
even a
even a
minute.
minute.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a minute.
2.5 seconds.
And what a strong intro from Kat. Kat, it's so nice to have you here. As you know, Emily Yule has become very prominent this season as a storyline. Just being able to converse with you, to me, is Disventure Camp iconic. That's what I label as Disventure Camp iconic. I'm so happy to have you here. And my question for you is, if you could describe to us the perfect environment, like given sound issues, not a problem at all, where would you most like to record voice lines? Anywhere in the world. Where would it be? What would the location be?
Oh, that's a question. Okay. It'd be really cheesy to say something like this, but I think I would want to be able to just record it from a comfy chair in some type of library without having to
Oh.
worry, because then there's like a nice little environment around me of like my favorite things, which are like books and yeah.
That is so
The
cool. That's very aesthetic, very relaxing. Now we're going to move on to our Q&A with our very fabulous guest. First off, we would always love, Kat, for you to just kind of explain to the audience how you started voice acting and then coincidentally found Disventure Camp.
Okay, yeah, I can do those things. Voice acting, actually, not that big an amazement, other than just I am a huge nerd. I watch too much anime, and overall, just a lot of stuff that had voice actors in it. And I went, if I could do that, it'd be really fun. And during high school is when I kept getting encouraged by friends to be like, no, you should actually push further and keep going because of your range. And I'm like, what do you mean my range? It's normal. And they're like, no, Kat, not everyone can go from a really low voice to a squeaker. And I'm like, really? Oh. And so I got into it from like my friends pushing me and then slowly buying up like better mics over time and just like putting my voice out for whatever I found.
That's really cool. They found your natural raw talent, and to just hear that you have that gift from friends, it's really rewarding. That's cool.
Then as for Disventure Camp, I actually just I'm Canadian. I grew up on Total Drama itself, like the one Disventure Camp has the style based off of. And funnily enough, I kept seeing a character in her. I'm like, that's a really interesting fan character. Like, is that an actual one? It was Aiden. It was Aiden. So towards the
Oh.
beginning,
Yep.
I kept seeing Aiden around, and I'm like, who is this? I need to figure out who this guy is because it just isn't adding up. And so towards the beginning of season 2, I found Disventure Camp, and so I started watching it. And then when they said they were releasing auditions, I'm like, well, I have to try for that. And lo and behold, I got casted as what I thought would be the least likely character.
Miriam, which ended up being the most legendary character of the season, went on to win the whole show. When you auditioned for Miriam, did you expect to because had you seen the original beta of Adventure Camp?
I had, actually. I went back and watched it when I was waiting for season 2 episodes to come out.
So did you, when you had gotten told that you had gotten Miriam as the role, what was your anticipations for where she would land in the rewrite?
Oh, honestly, the episode I saw her read, telling her backstory to Jake and being like, the cake story, I'm like, okay, I'm cooked. I'm this or the next episode. I'm gone. As soon as the backstory came into play, I'm like, okay, it's my time. And then it just kept going on and on. I'm like, why am I not gone yet?
You were persevering.
I didn't believe it.
Hey, I have a question. So for my question is a lot of people do voice work. They look at their stuff. And it's like, oh, that's my voice. It's weird. For you, Miriam is a different range from your voice. Does that do that same effect for you here in Miriam, or is it oh, that's just someone else? What would you say is your reaction when you watch the episodes here?
Well, okay, I am overall okay with hearing myself in things in general, so it doesn't throw me off that much. I will say it's hilarious because I've had at least 2 friends mention Disventure Camp not knowing I was a voice actor. And I'm like, oh, what season did you watch? And they're like, 1. And I'm like, really? And you didn't notice anything? And they're like, no. Play back the old lady again. So I don't think anyone really notices it's me off the hop.
Notice the winner.
Whoa.
I wonder who
the winner's voice.
Okay. I had a question too. How do you feel about the fandom perception of Miriam's character between the DC1 era and now during All Stars?
That's a hard one. In a sense of I get blindsided from the community half the time because I'll admit I just stare at the art a lot. I'm one of those.
Relatable.
So, but I think that the fan perception of her was not bad to begin with. But it increased and got better as time went on. And I feel as the season went on, the fans kind of grew to like her more, which was nice in a sense of going from someone no one ever talked about to suddenly it's oh, people have recognized her her existence and that she has a character arc going.
Yeah.
Which I really do love the fact she had one because it was really cut off in the beta. So seeing it fully fleshed out was nice.
Aw. Yeah.
And it was just rewarding to get to see all those emotions too that you got to play.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. It put me under about as much stress as ever with hours and hours I took to actually record the lines. Because I was sitting there thinking, how do I do this as an old woman? Especially the laugh. Anytime they told me Miri needed to laugh, I wanted to strangle them. Because all I could get was a witch's laugh.
Oh.
At least it's not the beta Miriam's voice.
Oh.
Look,
Oh,
Beta
God.
Miriam has a place in my heart. It was
Oh.
very unique, okay?
It was very unique. Very.
Miriam is a witch, though. I still feel the aura on the back of my head.
Or
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, poor Dan.
it'll be fine. Don't question where he went season 3.
Listen.
It hit him in the
It is
vocal cords.
confirmed. It is confirmed that he is alive. All right, we have full canonical proof because thanks to the fact that the cameos are considered canon, he is alive, he is at home, he's living his life.
Wait till you see the blood on the floor.
Also,
Wait till you
he's
see the blood
also
on the
by
floor.
the way, yeah.
We don't talk about the blood on the floor. We do not talk about that blood on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna tell
called
you
you out
that right
about
now. We
that.
ain't...
I called you out about that. I was like, "What blood on the floor,
What
Genesis?
blood?
I'm a fan. I didn't see that in the episode." And then it was like the
There's
worst person to catch
imposter.
is me.
For context, Kat, so during DC1 episode 8, I don't know if you remember this. No, we did talk about this in the VAVC. Remember how there was blood on the floor?
Yeah, Dan's dead.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you mean you were literally right there? Did Miriam kill him?
Talk with me about it at least after like readings at the table read. You literally talked with me about it.
We did talk about it, yeah, but you know they removed it from the final cut. So when I was like, dude, I wonder what the when the episode aired, I hadn't watched it yet. So I went into the VC and I was like, yo, what do you think the blood on the floor is about? And everyone just goes, what blood on the floor? And I just go,
Yeah, yeah, you did. Because I was like, I watched the episode like 3 times. Where's the blood on the floor, Genesis? Where's the blood? And I was like, you did the brick pattern blood because that's on the wall.
About it.
I was like, yeah,
so
you know,
funny.
it's sorry, I spilled my grape juice on the screen. Yeah.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
look, Genesis. If it makes you feel better, I talked to Michael like 2 days ago. He had a massive slip up. He said some really.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the worst thing I thought I'd do is say my ship opinions.
by accident.
Oh.
I might
All
have
right,
to watch
Michael, I'm
this.
sorry.
I have
If
a
you're watching
question
this,
for
Michael,
you
I'm sorry,
guys.
but it won't matter. It won't matter
He's
in a
not-
few weeks.
He's not sorry at all. He's not sorry at all. He's not sorry at all.
Mhm.
I had to.
So, Kat, now I have a question for you.
I don't know.
What do you think is the cutest ship in all of DC?
Yes.
Yo.
You see, I hate you put me on blast. This is where I have beef with the writers. I have so much beef with the writing team
Oh,
no.
because they
this
did
is
not need
good.
to do my boys dirty the way they did my boys dirty.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
wait.
Ooh.
Yeah,
which
no,
ones?
end of season 1, I was like, okay, there's hope.
Oh.
And then beginning of season 3, I cried because I really liked Tom and Jake. And
Oh.
so I had some
Yeah,
major
I
beef,
wonder-
especially ghosting for 2 years. No, that was vile.
I wonder. I wonder
you would call.
There were some hands that were ready to be thrown. I withheld.
Yeah.
Oh
Here's that.
no.
It's good. You can channel that into Miriam's characters. She's so
Well, literally, she shipped
Yeah.
it.
She
I wonder
did
who pitched
actually.
that. Yeah, who pitched that? The Tom and Jake stuff.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, no, I
Wait,
adored
did you
them,
pick-
and I was thinking they were cute, but you know. Also, no offense, I feel like of the possibility for season 2 cast characters that could have gotten together, Allie got with the wrong one. I think Tess was the better option.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh.
If you had to
Honestly,
pick
I think that
one,
was the
Tess was
worst
the better
option.
option.
You know, I was theorizing that that's what it was leaning towards before, you know, that one
Talk.
cameo where Tess says that, you know, he sees Allie as the sister,
That-
you know?
Yeah, the sibling.
Look. If people can like make Hunt Take out of nothing, they can like ignore that one sentence. Okay, people made Hunt Take out of nothing.
Look, I
got
was at the end
worse.
of season 2 going for poly rights, but then season 1 came along and it's like, well,
Yeah.
or season 3, I can number.
Yeah. It's okay. You forget.
There's a bit of lore with that one. But I'm not gonna
It's
say
okay,
I will
Disventure
say-
Camp counted 2 before 1 anyway, so you're okay.
Yeah, like the numbers confuse
Yeah.
me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I have another question. To the purple beanie man that's watching right now, what do you have to say?
God, wait, there's a
If you could
purple
say
beanie
anything
man?
to him. Yes, yeah, he is.
Oh, it's crazy.
What do you have to say to him for all the abuse that he suffered?
Wait, who are you talking about? I don't
So
know who you're talking about.
crazy.
I
I would have
know.
to say get better.
Ooh.
Why did I give you that opportunity? Why did I give you that?
Dang.
You really did make a mistake.
I
really
was
did.
hoping for more of something along
You're
the lines
such
of an
a-
apology, you know.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Hold up. You know, I from the bottom of my heart feel really, really bad, and I just wish that his fans could have gotten to see more of him. So I'm so sorry.
I could hear the fakeness dripping out. I could hear it. It was thick.
Just need the
It was
ukulele.
thick. Not the ukulele. That's ukulele is crazy. Miriam
Oh my
thought
God,
her
slowly.
across the train when. Oh
It's
my god.
okay. The fans can be forever raged.
As they should be.
Damnation.
Well, you know, we can say all we need to, but in the end, the geriatric ass is out of the game.
Oh,
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh.
but at least I got to be in the game to begin with, and I still have another character I voiced that is there.
Oh!
that's what I was going to say. I would love to ask a question about Emily now.
Yes.
I would love to know how you got the role of Emily, and also how different voicing Emily is on your soul versus Miriam.
Emily is actually an interesting one. It happened after we did like the charity event and stuff. I was messaged and they were like, "Hey, so we heard your normal voice finally, and we thought it would sound really good for Emily. So like, would you be down for voicing her?" Of course I said yes. I just wasn't really expecting it. It's just like, "Oh, new character? What?" Here I thought it was All Stars. So I just ended up voicing them because apparently my default voice sounded what they were kind of imagining. And as for the experience of voicing her, I like to imagine Regina George, and that's what the energy I take into the recording room is.
God,
Yes!
period.
Take no prisoner.
Yes.
It's so funny because I just saw Mean Girls on Sunday, so now I know the reference.
Oh my god, good for you.
Oh.
Thank you. It was
Oh.
actually really good.
Yay.
That's good.
I need to
Look,
see
I
Mean
just
Girls
have to
soon.
bring more sass than usual.
Gosh, that's so good.
Let me explain this slowly. That's always my favorite line. Like, that's my
Peanut
girl.
butter and jelly.
Yeah. Look, sometimes you just have to have fun with your lines, and that means talking down to someone like they're a toddler.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it. So does anybody else have any final questions before we get into the character analysis? And we have a double character analysis this time.
Oh yeah, well actually triple technically. We just talk about the boot as well.
Oh, that's true. So
For once,
let's-
we got the guest. It's not the booted character. That's what it's
My
been for a while.
God.
that's true. So I mean, good. Well, then we can all talk about somebody. So let's start with
Oh, and Emily's associate with
like-
Yule, so yeah, that's perfect for Tim. It's perfect.
perfect Tam. Why don't you give us a
Yeah.
rundown on Emily?
The rundown?
Yeah, so far.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, a
fun.
little character
9-episode rundown.
analysis.
Oh god. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay. I was not. Okay. I love her. I love Emily. She's like, yeah, I think she's my favorite production member by far right now. Yeah, she kind of came like out of the blue for us, really. But like when we first first became aware that a new production member was coming, I was like, I had so many like theories about like who it could be and stuff. But I think that like right now, Emily plays such a good role in what like I was missing from Crystal. Like I love Crystal's growth right now, but like I still like more in like the sassiness and like the whole production kind of side of her. So yeah, Emily is there to like fill that role. Um, at first, she was used to like interview the contestants and really bring out like the drama out of them and like ask them like very just like intrusive questions. And it gave us that one Aiden line. What was it? God, it was so bad.
My hubby is
Oh
jelly.
God! Oh no! Oh my God! Yeah, they were the one that could thwart Emily's reported nature, reporter nature. But What can I say about Emily so far? Oh, the Yule stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Emily has been helping out Yule. She's been kind of sort of acting as his manager so far and trying to like hook up him and Gret on a date. She was trying to get everything all organized and stuff. And then Yule, being the little brat he is, refused her services. She had like a whole lunch spread laid out and stuff. But yeah, he just like he was like, no more, I'm not gonna put up with this. Um and yeah, God. And now Emily Emily is just
Emily wanted Gret to lick his abs.
yeah.
His spicy abs.
The
Oh my god, his
spiciest.
spicy abs. You know what that line did to me. But yeah. And now Emily is just stuck being bitter over that. And now her and Trevor have a little thing going on, like a little she sees right through him and his crush on Derek. Um and yeah, we don't know what she's up to next, but yeah, I think there's more in store for her. That.
Definitely. I kind of, I kind of just love Emily's whole like energy of constantly being wrapped up in other people's business and never really in her own business. Because it kind of adds to the mystery of who is Emily. Like she didn't really just show up out of nowhere, and like why is she in everybody else's business but not really giving us any vulnerability herself?
Exactly.
And so that's interesting to see at this point in time.
Yes, for sure.
So Emer, you want to go on to your favorite Miriam?
Hey, so wait, okay. So I'm gonna start off with season one. I was like watching as a viewer, like I've known AC because I watched it air. So I was like, all right, Miriam didn't really have much. She was kind of just couldn't. Then the first episode, I see Miriam's confessional. She's like, I can't let them touch my bag. You've seen these reality shows that do. I'm like, wait, what? Miriam's seen shows. She's gonna be some big player. Like I had expected this. I was hoping on it, and my answers were trust when I heard like episode 3 where she worked with Brett and Gabby, the girls' alliance, take out Drew, and then Miriam's just like sitting around making food. People are kind of scared of her, but that's when Jake decides to come up to Miriam, and then we learn more about Miriam herself, about how the cheesecake wasn't that she wasn't like in the mood to make it. She was traumatized by cheesecake because of her loss of her husband and son that fell to a car crash during the time. So with all that information, Miriam had her elusive like trauma like done because Jake was able to be there for her, but there was one little subplot she still had, and it was like getting in terms of new generation, and we see that throughout the episodes where Miriam talks to other people like Tom and Jake and Ellie and Gret and maybe Fiora too, yeah. So she's like she's really getting a grasp of everyone that's around her now, and she's like, you know what? There's some people to appreciate in the new generation, and there's some people you can't appreciate, like Fiore, Alec, Gret, and now incoming Ellie. When Ellie betrayed the whole three-person alliance, Miriam kind of understood, but she kind of wanted to like speak her mind. She's like, I wouldn't have done that if I was you. She's like, would you have took me to the final three? And Miriam's like, not really. Like, listen, that's when Miriam decides like after, and then Miriam's still playing support character for Jake because Jake needs it. And when Jake goes home, Miriam's like, I'm tired of what they've done. They're gonna pay now, and she gets all revenge mode, and she executes the most brilliant plan and having Fiora take out her number one ally, which would help Fiora in the finals. But she convinced Fiora that Alec's so strong, he'll play for himself. You'll stand no chance against him. You got to take Ellie, and you're gonna do it my way. And then she also, and she doesn't even like have an impact to vote on Alec because Alec doesn't care. She just makes Fiora put all the blood on her hands, make her look like the bad person once again. Going into finale, her plan's continuing. She has to take out Ellie. And we see that in the episode. She plays Ellie like a fiddle. She's like, "Oh my god, my heart." And Ellie's like, "Oh my god, wait, it's your heart. I'm gonna just stand here." And then Miriam snatches Ellie's $1 million away and then takes her out. And that was like a big scene going into the season, was Ellie losing to Miriam because it was something so demoralizing for her that she's worked so hard, she's done so much, and then Miriam, someone who outsmarted her. And then we just see her go against Fiore. She tramples the little kid. She gets crashes. It's like almost like she got hit by a bus. And Miriam wins $1 million until it got stolen. but Tom got it back. And then with season 3, Miriam's coming back. She's like, hey, Crystal, you guys suck at making challenges. I'm gonna win another season. I'm gonna have $4 million total. This is gonna be so easy. And then Emily's like, yeah, you really think you're gonna get an easy team? She puts her in yellow team, the team where no one will work with Miriam. Maybe Connor, but like, and maybe Rhea too. But as you can tell, she kind of sets her lines. Right? Every time Miriam talks to someone besides Hunter and Allie, who she said, "Oh, you're my favorites," which is a subjective comment, but that'll be safe for
You're really
later.
hung up on that, aren't you? You're really hung up on that.
That was a good social game by her though. So like, I got to give her respect for getting her grounds of the new, like the cross generations alliance. But what happens is with Alec, she kind of works with him a bit, which is cool. Like Miriam and Alec, they're reunited, even though they never talked in DC1. They get to talk now. That's so awesome. Then when Rhea, she's like, "You really are stupid, for treating Connor like that." And she's like, "What?" And then when Yule, she calls Gret a hemorrhoid, and that does not go well with Yule. And he kind of is like, "I'm gonna push you down an escalator too if you watch your mouth." And then we go into episode 3 where Miriam is still playing her old tricks. Like, remember how she framed Ellie once again for the shovel? She did it again to Ellie. She's like, "Your team are so stupid for believing my lie." Ha ha ha. And then Ellie's like pissed. She's like, I should have left that lady to drown. Like, that's how pissed she is that Miriam played her again. But will Miriam be able to play her, do another play? You now see the villain alliance happen. Miriam catches it right away because she saw them all leaving together. Definitely not suspicious at all when you see 4 people leave the tent. But Miriam didn't cut Alec. She's like, "Alec, if you go after Jake and I, your alliance is gone. One little sight and boom." And Alec's like, "Oh shoot." Afraid of Miriam because Miriam is someone who's very aggressive. She knows how to speak fine. She's a woman of many words and a little words, but when she speaks, like she will get her point across. So Alec throws the challenge. Miriam's like, "Okay, if you want to play like this, I can play like this." And she blows up Alec's game right in front of his eyes. He didn't expect the impact it had because like all the diversion scrambled. Miriam did try what she could within last minute working, but it didn't turn out well for her and she got booted. But she did leave a little note, and that kind of has everyone thinking about the villains alliance now. Even like in this episode, we see a lot of animosity towards the villains, and that is going to be playing for the rest of the season now, thanks to Miriam.
Oh my gosh.
Heck yeah.
Thanks to Miriam. Yo, that hit.
She was booted 5 episodes ago, yet she's still very relevant to the story.
Yeah.
Period.
Look, gotta leave an impression. Can't just be washed out.
Yeah,
That's a winner,
she
baby.
went out screaming.
Not screaming.
Yeah, like everyone from all the other camps heard her with her letter, basically. It was a metaphorical scream and went right in.
It was a metaphorical scream. She screamed so loud everybody heard it.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Except Gabby. Except Gabby. Gabby didn't hear it. She's
I
like,
said this before, but I like to think that Miriam exposing the Villains Alliance was supposed to be like retribution for Miriam not exposing the Villains Alliance in DC1, where like Derek does it instead. I always viewed it that way.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
that has helped me with the perspective of Miriam, though. Look at the.
No host interference.
So, do you have anything else to say about Miriam?
So, well, Kat, I would love to open up to you. Do you think that we missed anything crucial into how you play the characters, into what maybe you have given in your head canon where you act from when it comes to both Miriam and Emily?
The one thing I'm really disappointed in is she didn't punch somebody.
That's right.
I'm just saying. A lot of the people on her team are very punchable.
Very punchable.
Who would you want her to punch?
Yeah.
Well, there's choices.
Choices. Multiple choice.
Well, there's Rhea for being Rhea. There's Yule for his specific comments. Or there's Alec, because Alec blew up everyone's game just by trying to be too much of a toss around little inside with everybody person.
Ooh. Dang, that is one way to see it.
And you know what? All of those are fair and valid reasons.
Literally.
To punch them all!
Yes!
She had the ability.
I feel like she'll She'll definitely leave rocks in Ellie's pillow when she comes into the motel for the whole kiss thing on Tom and Aiden. Piss off the Jake.
Oh my god. That's the other thing. That's the one thing she should have gotten more vocal and violent about while she was there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Put us shut down.
Literally.
Well, if that's all that everybody has to say on Miriam and Emily, I would love to turn it back over to Kat to give us her character in-depth analysis on this week's eliminated player, Tess.
I have a tough act to follow, so thanks.
Sorry.
As for Tess, well, looking back at the original season she was in, she did pretty good for herself. Obviously, not talking to her alliance ended up with a little bit of a dicey situation on her first elimination, but early game she had it pretty in the bag, had an early on alliance. I say she probably should have betrayed that alliance and let Kai stay, but that's for another day. In the end, it did get her further, and so that helped out there. Even if she was the first of like her little trio to go. Found out about the whole pills and antidepressants thing, which luckily like wasn't overplayed like in most things, and it's just a lot more realistic. I feel bad for her therapist though. So much to talk about. Her elimination was very avoidable, but in the end, Season 2 had to go how it had to go, and one of the three needed to bite the dust, in a sense. Moving into All-Stars, where like you feel like you get to know Tess a little bit more as like a three-dimensional character, in my opinion. And like, I was rooting for her. Love her to bits. First and foremost, getting to know that, wow, she knows Ellie, because they went to school together, so that's fun. You know? Which, you know, comes back into play later on. So, like, it's a nice little callback and gives them a reason to be teammates who actually support each other. Because that could have been really awkward if they didn't know each other and they ended up on the same team. As for, like, the first big major move played, it would definitely be making that choice to abstain from like the whole little vote thing and be like, oh, I'm gonna vote Tom because I can't pick between these two like major alliances of my team. And as much as it worked for her in the moment, I think she should have just picked a side and stuck to it. I mean, she did so last season with Yule, so I don't see why she couldn't do it again this season. Which then gets to the next few episodes and a pretty well performance backing up Allie on the whole like, hey, it's gonna be okay, nothing's like that bad, and trying to support through the whole Hunter and Allie situations, and was overall a more support themed character than anyone who stood out for her own like sake. You know, she supported the whole Gabby Ellie thing. She supported the whole Hunter Tess. Not Tess. She's Tess. Allie. Hunter Allie. Gabby Ellie. It's Ellie and Allie. I hate talking about them at the same time.
My god, yeah.
But just like was a very big support character. And in the end, she ended up getting Ellie out for supposedly her own good, but doing so behind Gabby's back definitely came as a backfire. I feel like her number one mistake was not getting Gabby on board and seeing that Ellie was kind of going down the freight train to Crazy Land. Which then, of course, came back to bite her into an elimination by Gabby's hand, in the sense of teaming up with the other team. And so she couldn't really prevent it this time. But, you know, support character to the end until eventually just one choice came back to bite her.
Period.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
laughing
crying,
or
like-
sobbing?
If I must
Jpeg,
say a few, if I must say a few words, just a few words of my girl.
please.
I love how this season she had more agency than last time. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a bit more agency. Last time she just kind of gave up when she got voted out last time. But this time, she put her foot down, voted for Ellie, and then in her elimination, she was like, "Guys, we got to vote together. All right, Gabby, you got to stick with us. All right." I thought that was pretty neat. It's a small arc, but it's still an arc.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
Look, the one minor misstep was not getting Gabby involved, of seeing how Ellie's totally changing and ignoring her. Could have
Yeah.
fixed a lot for her in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tess
I like
has
that,
never
though.
been like the most passionate player. It's
It
like
makes
I
her
don't
not
blame
feel
her for like not
perfect.
thinking of everything. Yeah. Because like she could have just ride with Ellie, like voted out Lake, then Aiden and Tom. Easy merge. Gab Ellie are a shield. Because then Gabby and Ellie will take the ball because they're a couple target. And Tess is like, I'm single, I'm safe. And then it's like she'll be cruising until the end. But Tess decided to play with her heart. She's like, I gotta do what's best morally. As you can see, morals in this game get punished. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, at least Gab Ellie might still be together by the end of the season. You never know. Or maybe it's all for naught. Maybe they still break up. You never know.
That'd be so bad.
Dang.
How funny would that be?
After what just happened?
Not the only woman loves woman couple being
Right.
broken up. That'd be
That's
bad.
what I'm like. Oh.
That'd be horrible.
Twitter.
Yeah, let's hope
Oh,
not.
Twitter.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say something that might be
Yeah,
canceled.
Put it in the
yeah,
thread.
yeah. Stay quiet.
I was gonna say if the ratio was like 10-1, I get it. That's not good. But the ratio is like 2-1. It's not like it's bad, but it's not that bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's only like 3 LGBT couples at the moment.
You never know what the future will
The
hold.
couples in general, though. There's like 6 couples in general, though, right? Right? 7 because of Kaigi.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like so 1 in 7 now.
And what? There's only like 30 characters. That's a pretty good amount for 30 characters, right?
Agreed.
Like if it was like 1,000 characters, then yeah, that's not good.
1,000
Like 30.
Yeah, exactly. It's the starting though, and it's like they had the foundation. They couldn't really change much, so that's what we got. I'm glad. Hopefully, get more for another future season.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
Do we go into our
talk about the scene
episode ratings? Is that what we're
Review.
talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
Marks and Tam.
Marks and Tam will do it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Tam, why don't you go first? Let's start with what wasn't great. You know, like what was your ranking?
Okay. My ranking was an 8.7 out of 10. Originally it was 8.5, but I changed it. So yeah. I feel bad, but like, no, I really loved this episode. It felt like really balanced. I say this about like a lot of the episodes, but like this time it felt like really balanced between like giving the spotlight to like different characters throughout. And I think that like different storylines, each got like a piece of like new information and stuff. Like the whole Rhea and Gret thing. It's promising like for the episodes going forward. And I really loved it. And I liked the challenge as well. The little slip and slide. It was fun. The only thing that held me back was I agree with the elimination, but it just felt a tad bit underwhelming. Like solely due to, and this is not even Tess's fault. Like this is like her character and stuff. Like what it's been built for, like up to, but like her reaction to it, I don't know. I just yeah, after all like the tension and the whole twist about like both teams voting and stuff, I don't know. It just like it felt a little off.
I have a comment. I have to be careful what I say here. But Tam, do you remember one of our complaints with episode 8 and 9 was that both Ellie and Tess would have reacted very like ho hum. You know, they both would have been like, whatever.
Yeah,
So we were
that
actively like, okay, we got to change one of them. So
Right.
we changed Ellie to be a bit more like
yeah.
aggressive.
I just like I know. Yeah, that was like ooh. If Ellie had acted like that, oh god,
Oh.
that would have. But like Tess,
Yeah.
it makes a lot more sense with Tess. But I don't know. I just like wanted just a little bit of like a resistance or like shock or like I don't know. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. It just went straight into like, yeah, that. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Okay,
Tess is
that's
known as an
fair.
emotional character. You would definitely expect more, and it's just like very reserved. It's like she could really have a little more energy if there's like some minor tweaks added. But what are you gonna do now? The episode's out.
right, yeah.
That's not even Tess anymore. Then she's like, "What the hell, Gabby? Fuck you." Tess
No,
anymore.
no, not that,
No,
not that,
no.
not that. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Not that drastic.
But it was like a total like, blindside. I don't know. It just like it feels like I won't go this far with like DC2 like episode 7 like I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
was the underwhelming
Honestly,
one.
stop.
That was the
Uh,
underwhelming one.
no, no.
Yeah,
Just a little
I mean,
more
yeah, I
shock
get,
at
I
like
get it.
the portrayal. But whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think the narrative doesn't want to frame Gabby as that bad just yet. Maybe it'll get worse later, but I don't know.
Right, that's true.
Taking it slow, Taking
Yeah.
it slow. Genesis says, I mean, hey, maybe they're saving that energy for the second elimination.
Oh,
Oh
oh.
boy.
Dive into that. I'm joking.
Was,
Don't.
was
Oh, that'd be so fun.
yeah, there's more
I'm
ahead.
not. Yeah. Okay.
There's definitely more ahead.
All right.
And so I will give my rating. I gave it the highest rating. I gave this episode a 9.9. And I know I am one to be a big apologist for episodes and like just love them more than most people think I should. But this episode specifically, I just feel like delivers what I look for in a scripted reality TV show. It gave me the drama that I has already been pre-established and pre-built, but more of it in a juicier fashion. It gave me a twist in the game that made sense, both teams going to an elimination. It gave me a battle at the actual elimination ceremony. And then on top of that, it gave me an elimination that I personally don't think a lot of people could predict until you're literally at the elimination ceremony. I don't think anybody was really watching and was like, oh, Tess is going to go home here when it was 4-4. The logical assumption also would be for everybody, a lot of people would think, why didn't Gabby take out Aiden or Tom or somebody more physical? But I think it speaks a lot more to Gabby's character and the overall storyline that Gabby took out Tess in this moment. And I am a huge defender for this strategic move personally, and that's maybe why I love this episode so much, is I think that this really solidifies a lot of the way in which some people are playing the game. And as a person who analyzes the strategy, I love to see in depth how people play the game. That's why I like this episode.
Heck
I'd
yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
It's so unique.
Oh,
It was a unique move, definitely.
And then we also always love to let our guests give their review of the episode. Kat?
Oh god, I really am on blast. Okay. I can give a joke rating of 2 out of 10, not enough Trevor. Not enough
Real.
of the silly guy.
Oh.
Amen. Silly Billy top tier.
Exactly. No, I mean, it was an overall solid episode. The challenge was fun with the little slip and slide thing with everyone, and like that was a thing. Though I'm noting that they are in their swimsuits way more often this season. I don't know who decided that needed to be a thing, but every episode I'm just like, they're in their swimsuits again.
yeah, that's a common reaction.
Spicy abs.
We had the little call out scene, which was pending to happen between Tom and Aiden, so that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Along with just like a
Period.
little spat at the beginning. Like it showed off each of the teams, kind of where they're standing to a degree. Then you have like the challenge is fun, and so that was great. And the elimination, like, it was drama. It was.
For real.
Do I love that Tess went home? No, absolutely not. I love it. I wanted her to stay. Rhea should be gone by now. I'm just saying, if you're sticking to like eliminate people who got pretty far, Rhea and Aiden are like.
Oh.
They're the sitting ducks.
I'm just saying. I feel like these people are playing dumb. This person got second place last season.
Preach.
Got anything you want to comment on, Emer?
Not.
I feel like a lot of things is you think like, oh, everyone who went home far should go home early. I think that's not always the mindset because there's a lot of factors going to the season. Rhea has no one in her number one field, if you look at it. Connor's gone. Rhea's now basically alone. Aiden has Tom, but no one sees Aiden with Tom. They don't think of Aiden and Tom. They think of Aiden and James. They think of Aiden and Lake.
Wait, hold on. No one sees Tom and Aiden? No one I think you're forgetting someone.
Hold on. No one?
Oh, yeah.
No one?
Actually, no one, yeah. You know what? Before the season. But now, yeah, they definitely see them a lot. Yeah, someone especially that wears a good old jacket, blue hair, like, they definitely see it a lot. Yeah, I think with Aiden and Rhea, they have an advantage where their storyline is a bigger evolution. And also in the game, they have very well secured spots because Aiden had Lake, and he had Tom, and Rhea, she had Connor and Alec in the villain alliance. So she basically was given a free pass and she took it. And Aiden was given a good old. He had an alliance with the strongest person on his team, so of course he's gonna have some solidarity in terms of staying around. Is it obvious they should just like, oh my god, wait, why are we keeping around Alec, Rhea, and Aiden? They made Final Four, which is true, but like a lot of them are now thinking like we gotta get rid of the villain alliance. Now they're thinking we need to get rid of the pairs that might come in the end. We need to get rid of the singles because they might try to work against the pairs. There's a lot going in. So that is why, amidst the chaos, Aiden and Rhea have somehow persevered due to all these agendas playing out. Even if it's like confused and it's like, oh, they went far, vote them out. But in this game, nothing's simple.
True, and I'll admit it's a personal bias as to why, like, maybe that second placer should be gone or something. Maybe arrested for pushing someone off a cliff.
Oh.
Push,
I don't know.
Will Rio get
Personal bias aside, like I do admit the elimination does make sense. Just my personal bias is that I want to be Tess.
Yeah.
That's just a me thing. But no, I think this episode's solid. I'm really bad at ranking things as an issue, so like somewhere with an 8 and a 9 area. I usually am horrible at ranking things, so I can never give a solid number, but it's gonna be somewhere between 8 and 9 area. So.
All right. So I'll go first because this scene is literally like 15 seconds long. So we get our one and only Tess and Tom interaction. Got the firewood? Yep. Got the water? That's it. It's their only interaction. And then Tess just says, "Oh, Gabby's alone. This looks like the job for me." She gives Aiden a bucket, and the script literally says Aiden's weak arms drop it. Vicer on the Google Doc said something like, "You are discriminating against my boy. What is wrong with you?" And Tam says, "Lol."
I thought that was so funny.
Aiden's weak arms.
I love the little shrimpton jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very quick. See, to summarize the Cyan team, they get like a very short 15-second scene, whereas Yellow gets this long, like 5-minute scene.
Yes! Make up for the pizza scene. Mm-hmm.
On to Yellow. Speaking of pizza, here you go, Imer. Yellow scene. Your time to shine.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, this is my time to shine indeed. So now we see the best players of Yellow team on the chair. And you, of course, he's like getting ready to get in. Like, and then we see Gretchen's like, I love Hawaii. She's like, I would never think to go there because it's so hot, but now I'm enjoying it. And then Rio's like, yes. Like, it hasn't felt this good since forever. Or since because like, it's been like 20 something, or like 17 days, whatever, since I've been in this game. So Rio's not used to all this like resort type stuff. And then like Alec, we hear his story. I was so waiting for a Star Wars reference where it's like, my son doesn't like sand, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. That is just like, no. I just left him there for 3 minutes, and he got broken glass in his sandbox. It's like, it just makes Alec look such a bad father. I'm like, oh god. Like, we already got past this chapter. Like, why do we have to go back?
Oh,
It's
God.
sorry to defend Alec for that, but yeah. He's like, I read like 5 pages or something. Like, whatever. And then we also see, we never saw this before, but they apparently confiscated their stuff. Crystal's like, no more books, and I gotta say, thank you. There's no more boring TV. Lake cannot do her homework during the season. Ellie can't play video games with Hunter and her other teams to make them not think of strategy. They actually have to talk and be people, and that's just so awesome. They can't even hide in the cabin room and just like hide in their bed all day. They gotta
no
talk
James
and like,
recording.
interact.
No James recording.
Yeah, no TikTok.
No James recording.
Like, no signal.
Oh,
James
It's
doesn't
so
have the
weird to
Wi-Fi
think about
password.
that
That's
in
what I
DC
would've
too. They were
wanted.
watching they were gonna watch a horror movie. They had like a little like video player and stuff. It's so weird to think about.
Yeah.
You know, in season 1 they had to
Yeah.
survive in the woods. They got nothing.
Yeah. You know. No cabin for the Merge Eater this time. DC one had a cabin halfway, and now they don't even have a cabin halfway. And they're gonna stay 21 episodes worth of just in their crappy lifestyle. Or 19. But actually 18. But anyways, moving on. Should I mention what else happened? Okay, this is the big scene. It's like, move over, it's my time to enjoy the resort qualities. I won the reward for us. Well, did he actually win the reward? That is subjective. It's real. But he has his shirt. Gret's like, you can't have those insult around. Put on this sweater. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, Yule. I feel bad for the Yule defenders, and I'm one of them. I feel bad. Because like, Yule just finds a way to one up every time. Like, how bad of a person he is. Like, I defend them as a fun character. I don't defend them morally, because morally, it's been gone since season 2. It's 2021.
right. Like,
But
we knew
you
the
get to see it.
terms and
Yeah.
agreements. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're very aware. Basically, she decides that she's like, all right, I'll put away the sweater. She's like, I'll get up for you, dear. And then she's like, hello, babe, whatever she said, or darling. That's what her neighbor is. She's like, I got sunscreen for you. And she sneaked that in. We don't know. Maybe it came with the
Forgot
reward.
the shirt.
Then
Forgot the
Yule's
shirt
like,
you mean.
This shirt.
yeah, the Kai shirt. Yeah, the Kai shirt. Yes. Yes, apparently Kai dumped the shirt somewhere and Yule found it. And that is why he has it now. There's no other explanation besides the forest plot.
Again,
And he
when I
wanted his
watched the
girlfriend to
episode,
wear it. And he wanted his girlfriend to wear it.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
What do you want Greg to wear it? You want to get reminded of someone? When I was watching the episode, I
Yeah.
did not register that was Kai's shirt until like someone commented it. I was like, oh yeah, wait a second, that was Kai's shirt, wasn't it?
I was so
It
shocked
was
when I
the
was
whole
watching the
set
episode.
too.
I was like, wait, what the heck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
I
it
know.
took me like 30 minutes to realize what was going on. I thought it was a random shirt. It
Wow.
didn't register in my head.
It would be so funny. It would be hilarious if he's like, hey, Greg, take this green hair dye too. It'll look good on you.
You know,
Constantly.
maybe do a little something to like chill out a little more, you know?
Yeah, do a little
Exactly, a little
little
really.
Eat
drug.
these mushrooms. Eat these magic mushrooms.
Yeah,
Well, then again, you wouldn't touch
Oh
a
my
mushroom.
God.
So, I don't know.
Ever.
yeah. No mushroom pizza, no mushroom soup, no more mushrooms. No more mushrooms and stuffing. Like, he's done with mushrooms for good. But yeah. Anyways,
I guess
Yule
you can
doesn't care
say
if
he doesn't
burns.
have mushroom in his stomach.
How? How?
After
did you
vomiting all that,
know?
I think he does.
Oh, fair enough.
Pumped.
Wait, I just realized my thing is my thing is lagging again. God dang it. Okay, once.
Oh god.
Always Genesis with the technical
Dan died
difficulties.
again!
Living in the past.
Oh.
Okay, it's better now. Continue.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Carry on, Imer, carry on.
Alright, anyways. Now we see Gretchen's like, I'm still your girlfriend, why are you being mean to me? And Yule's like, you'll leave when I count to 3. You little child, like, 1, 2. And Gretchen's like, you know what, first fucking morning you're dying. She throws the coconut on him. And then Yule's just like, how dare she, basically, in his facial reaction. And then we get a whole Yule confessional where he considers, he's like, I don't have to suck about my fans of my relationship. It's over. I'm not hiding it. I'm being my true self, and that is being a jerk. And you know what? Gotta give him no credit. I can't give him credit for that.
Like,
Anyways,
we didn't know.
he calls. Yeah, like we didn't know. Like fans been aware. But he was like, I tend to win this game, and then I need my lapdog with me, and the lapdog in question being Gret, because Gret is his pawn and will do whatever he says in his mind. And then Rhea's like, you know what? This is the big talk that's been hyped up in the trailer, and now it's here. So going into this, like Rhea's like, "What's wrong with you, Gret? Like you're really a disappointment from last season." She's like, what do you mean? She's like, your backbone is not existent now. You used to like basically talk up to people. Like we're very confident and gave like that fiery spirit that I always desired in myself. Because Rhea was always insecure. Like she never felt where it's when she sees someone outspoken like Gret who's always saying what she's on her mind. I think Rhea found that to be a very admirable trait. And to see it be gone is like really hurting Rhea. She's like, this is my idol, and now she's just look what happened to her. She's gone downhill. And basically Gret's basically, I can't be single again. It's so hard because like her whole family's been down talking to her. Yule's the first person who made her feel like you're something. You're amazing. You're beautiful. And she's like eating it up. She's like, oh my, because even though she knows Yule's bad for her, but she needs someone to give her validation. And Gret, and that's the only person is Yule. And people can just say, why have you broken up with Yule? In relationships like this, it's not easy. And it's been always displayed in media that you don't just like auto break up just because they're mean. Like it's hard for some people, and for Gret, she has had a very emotional side because she didn't have a good time growing up with her family. She clings very easily to bonds. That's why stuff like when Gabby betrayed her, she was very outraged. You know, she treated Gabby wrong. She felt like, damn, Gabby took me out. So that's why with this time, she's very like now she's more positive, but you can still see her season 1 lurking inside in terms of how her insecurities are, and it's definitely very interesting about where she will listen to Rhea, because now Rhea gives her a dilemma too in this episode where it's like, if you don't decide to tell him when he does something bad, I'll do it and I'll make it worse. And I think that definitely has Gret thinking about how she needs to approach Yule now, and she can't be coddling him like a little child, like she's been. She's like, "Oh, dear, you're so good. Don't worry, I forgive you." Like, no. She needs to realize that she can't do that anymore, kinda. But will Gret actually follow the advice and be considered a wounded gazelle, or will she like rise like a phoenix? Is like the whole setup.
Oh, I love
Of course,
that.
you use rise like a phoenix as your analogy. Of course you do.
Yeah. Why not?
Imer's been playing the Ace Attorney games. Genesis, that's why. It's great.
Shut up! Yeah, I'm like in the second game. Episode 2 now. Okay, so... Alright.
But yeah, no, I mean, my quick note on that scene is that a lot of people, for the first 8 episodes, were wondering, you know, why is All-Stars Gret like a shadow of her former self? It's like, you ruined DC1 Gret, she was so much fun. And it took until this episode. Me and Jace were waiting. We were like, that's the point, you guys. That's the point we're trying to make. Like, it's intentional. We're not just, like, sabotaging our character for no reason.
Right.
Exactly. Like, it's been hinted forever, and it's like, guys, this is
What
what
are we,
happened.
Gwen?
Like, I was, like, saying
Right.
episode 1. Yeah.
Don't
God,
y'all want a multi-layered mean girl? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
I get it, because it's like, after 8 episodes, you're like, they're not going to acknowledge it, are they? And then episode 9, it's like, oh, we're finally going to acknowledge it. That's the fatal flaw.
Oh.
So I get it, but at the same time, come on.
Yeah. I definitely understand. I would say fan reception. They had to wait 18 weeks for this payoff, so it's like, damn. But I will say, as a big Gret fan, I've always been waiting for this. I was like, I've been like sniffing the ground since I was like, wait, there's like I like the whole pill scene, like the whole like Alex scene when Gret in the air. Like that's what I've been holding on to. The Emily interview also, which she reveals her like aggressiveness, and then the alley with the glasses. Like there's still like stuff where Gret is not just like new. Like I'm gonna play happy for my fans. Like she's definitely has like this business like nature play style. Like and it's been shown. Like she called out Rhea in the space episode for crying out loud. Like it's been hinted. Like it's just now it's just gonna be shown in front screen. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Imer and Genesis, to a lesser extent, I gotta ask, did you expect... Because I think that Gret slowly overcoming this adversity was kind of obvious. Like, you could kind of tell it was gonna happen. But did you guys think that Rhea would be involved in helping Gret?
Mm.
That's a good question. I will say, to a certain extent, I thought it was gonna be like maybe Rhea too, because like I knew Rhea and Alec had to work Gret because of the whole Yule thing. Because when it comes down to it, the alliance that Gret and Yule are a power duo, and if they went to elimination again, they'll have to talk to them. I was thinking, like, you know what? I could see a world where Rhea and Alec are both trying to sway Gray. So seeing Rhea do it right now, I'm not shocked because I knew it had to happen this talk soon, and Brett needed more interactions with other characters, so Rhea's the perfect person to use for that. And they both are like the villainesses of like season 2 and season 1 retrospectively in terms of being like older characters or like ladies known for playing backstabby. So I was also maybe thinking maybe more Alec would play into it, which there's still more episodes, so you never know. We're just like, shut up. Respectively, yes. Oh god. All right. Anyways, moving on. I thought it would be more like both, which it could still happen though. There's still more episodes, and Greg isn't just done yet. Like she still has a lot to think about and a lot to ponder and question, because her journey is just like beginning.
Yeah, it's interesting because like Rhea seems like a girl's girl in this scene, like in her own way. I know it's like for still like for her own benefit, but like we see some like genuine stuff like coming from her, like how Rhea like she took note of Gret from season 1. And like I think that she knows of all people like what it means to like kind of protect yourself and like knowing like your failures and whatnot and stuff. So that was like it was a nice little scene like coming from Rhea. I was like, okay. I wasn't really feeling Rhea for the past episodes because she was just like too much for me. But yeah, I think we're seeing still like some sides of Rhea that come through with Gret, and it's fun.
Too much for you. You like you.
I used to put on Rhea.
I know, but at least Yule comes with the one-liners. It's great, but like, yeah.
Rhea has one-liners too.
I know she does. She does. She was good in this episode. Oh my God.
See, y'all are lucky. All your favorites are
episode
still in. My two favorites aren't.
Ah. Womp
That's
womp.
my favorites. And Connor,
So sad.
like 3 of my 5 are gone.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm not complaining.
At least Genesis is happy.
Yeah, Genesis has Ashley. He put good stock into his one character to love. Alec too. I give him that.
swear to God.
Look, Genesis. It took us about an hour and 10 minutes to get to the first.
You
Ashley
know
show.
what? I will give you some credit. I will give you credit on that.
Yeah.
It did. For the record, Kat, I do not have a thing for Ashley. I have to say this because it might.
Oh.
I have to make a stance on that. But
Mhm.
okay. Well. Well, okay.
Silence speaks value.
I can't even say anything because all she said was Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh,
How much you love Ashley?
no, it wasn't on that. It was Jpeg asked.
What about Alec? Oh yeah, for
Well, I
Rhea and
mean-
Alec. Did you see that coming?
Oh, it was Rhea and Gret. Did I expect
Gret,
Rhea to be the
yeah.
one? Yeah. So no, but you know, like I think it's cool seeing how So okay, how do I'm trying to think of how to explain this concisely. So the thing that I found cool about this wasn't the fact that it was Rhea who it wasn't the fact that it was Rhea herself. It was more so like Jpeg and I were having a talk about this on I think Friday about how Jpeg told me to be on the lookout for a lot more sort of like referencing of the fandom, and it's sort of like not really toxicity, but like sort of like the way it like has an impact on the characters themselves. This was a pretty fine example of that, and I really liked it. And not only that, but I think it was also a great use of character writing, which I love Disventure Camp's writing, but I will say like as someone who's like very much an enthusiast for like making good characters, I love making characters. The characters in Disventure Camp are great. The character writing, I won't say it's the best. But this was an instance of like me really loving what they were doing with that character writing, if that makes sense. Like I like seeing where it was going. And even though we all kind of expected that Gret would eventually like break that shell, it was also
Oh my god.
That was so
for
good.
context for the people watching, Jpeg said of course he wouldn't think the character writing is the best given who he voices. But but in this case I really did like the character writing here because it isn't just the shade. Yes, exactly. The shade of it all. It's 50 shades of purple in this household. But anyway,
Trying my best not to make an Ashley joke.
I blanked at my stupid joke and also JPEGs. Okay, let me right. It wasn't just like the fact that she was breaking out of her shell, but it was sort of like the way they did it, you know, but by utilizing Rhea and Gret's interaction and sort of building it up. I love how it really shapes Gret up to be like it's not just like Gret's a mean person and that's sort of it. There's so many layers to Gret, and I think this really taps into it because even though she's someone who is like really even though she's someone who's like really mean to everyone and you think she'd be like strong on her own, she's not. She's very much not, and she was dependent on someone who saw value in her, even when she couldn't see value in herself. That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. And yeah, great character writing. That's I'll leave it at that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I totally agree. And I didn't like realize it, but like I love like the pacing of this all. Like I think that like the past few episodes we've been like really focused on like Yule's side of this relationship and stuff. And now that he's like kind of like I guess breaking free, I guess, as he sees it. And then now we get to see like more of Gret's side of it. And yeah, it's really exciting.
Stay hype. But yeah, no, that has to be one of the longest like segments ever, like 5 minutes worth of Yellow Team. That's insane.
Yellow
Last
team is
time
the
we were talking
best.
about how we were talking about how the Yule
Exactly.
LVP was long last episode. This is like double that. It's crazy. All Yule. It's like so much Yule.
I
We need more
Hey,
Yule.
right?
Need more Yule.
We're still starving here
Need more
We're
Yule.
still starving.
Need more Yule.
at 24-hour buffet, please.
Please.
Yeah.
Tummy
Yeah,
yummy.
24 hours of Yule animated.
Oh, and one more thing. Alec and
Yowie.
Yule briefly talk about the if you piss Gret enough, she'll leave the alliance. I love Alec and Yule's interactions. It's like a father and son. It's so funny.
Oh, I know.
Like they literally flashed back to Alec and Yule, which is crazy to me. Like I was like, oh, we're still on Yellow Team. Okay.
Right.
And then they just Alec is just such a dad. Like he's just such a dad to every character he interacts with.
Is Yule the youngest of the that one alliance of Yellow Team? Is Yule the youngest of Yellow Team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It makes so much sense.
Exactly.
The whitey brat.
I love how like
He's like,
simple
I'm so tired of hanging out with these old people.
and great. Oh my god.
Old, yeah.
God.
Yeah, all the old people are at Yellow Team when you think about it. Like half of them are the oldest contestants.
All right. Next up, we have the Tess and Gabby scene. Who wants to talk about this?
Oh my god. I know you want to. I know you want to.
Heck. Okay, so yeah, Tess and Gabby, they briefly talk about stuff. Gabby, we finally put into words that Gabby doesn't know what she's diagnosed with. She doesn't think it's schizophrenia, which I think is, good. I don't think we should properly say what it is because we're, this cartoon, right? We don't know how to properly portray the symptoms. So she doesn't know, but all she knows is that she gets like negative thoughts and is rather vengeful at times, right? When Ellie's not around, and I feel like some people kind of lose that translation where it's like, yeah, if you look at Gabby's actions before she met Ellie, she was very like vengeful against like Nick and Dan and all these people. So it's interesting now that this is the first time in many episodes that we have Gabby without Ellie. So yeah, Tess tries to comfort her, and it looks like it's working a little bit. But Gabby has a confessional where she's like, "No, none of that. How do you expect me not to take Ellie leaving as an attack?" And I think that's really interesting for Tess's character to show that, like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes people just need to feel it out. Sometimes your little therapy stuff is actually going to make it worse. It's going to piss them off even more. And I don't know. That's my my strategy with my friends. Sometimes you need to like talk to them immediately, but sometimes you just got to let them feel it out for a few hours and then talk to them.
Right.
How about you? What do you think? Like, some people want to solve the problem immediately, and some people want to, justifiably.
Sometimes breathing time is necessary.
Exactly.
Time to breathe.
It was probably like it was the next day. Like, I think that I definitely agree. I think that Tess was a little like just too overzealous in trying to like offer that olive branch too early. And like she just assumed that her like therapy powers could get the best out of Gabby, but
Yeah.
it was just like a little too soon. Like, like Gabby's already in like a vulnerable state of mind. Like, and when she feels scorned, she's gonna want to retaliate. And like, I guess like Tess didn't know her well enough to like realize that. But yeah, it's good to see like Tess also like just taking initiative, like you said, and like coming more with like a refreshed mind when it comes to dealing with people. Compared to like DC2. So yeah.
Yeah. Tess even says at the beginning of the episode, "This looks like a job for me." She knows it's her job now.
Yeah.
Yo.
I just love the
Literally.
contrast that like she's pretty much the most stable character out of the 18, which is funny because in DC2 she really wasn't. But yeah, it's a good contrast. Just because like the fame stuff and the stress of being on camera didn't really get to her. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Whereas like everyone else, it kind of did.
Right. Yeah. It's very chill. Yeah. I think I see it as like an extension of like the empathy that she had like we last seen her of in DC2 in like episode 7 when she kind of like did her whole. I know you don't like to talk.
No, I like it. This episode made me like episode 7. Like now that there's like a setup and payoff, I'm like happy with episode 7.
Oh, okay. Redemption arc.
Of DC2.
All right. Bet. But yeah. Anyone else have thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else have thoughts on? And I like how both the characters
really
aren't like
good.
portrayed as like in the wrong or anything. I think they're both like neutrally portrayed.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think that's interesting.
I feel like I will say Tess has been the worst of this, but like you really just want I'm gonna use my empathetic essence and everyone will forgive me for my crimes. Like I feel like you can't just say it was like I did it just to help you. If you never told that to beforehand to Gabby, she's obviously gonna have like it was mentioned before about that. Like obviously Gabby's gonna feel like this feels like a personal attack. You blindsided me, and then you let them both cheer on my friends and said all three of us did it for Ellie's sake, not to be spiteful. And it's like Gabby's like, no, you guys did it to be spiteful. She saw the elimination ceremony. Like she has these raw emotions. Like, and that is like Gabby is valid for having them. And I know, like, obviously people are like, damn, Gabby messed things up. No, she didn't. Gabby saw what she saw. No one did in the work to make her feel secure, and now they must pay the crimes of what is due, which is her outburst this morning.
Period.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
so
I'll definitely say for later how like condescending Aiden and Tom especially are.
Exactly. I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
I have notes.
I've seen some
Same,
people.
oh my God.
This is like a small minority, by the way, but I've seen some people say like, "Oh my God, ONC loves these gay boys so much, but they're making them unintentionally so unlikable." And I'm like, what part of this is unintentional? What part of in your face, Ellie?
Exactly.
What do you mean unintentional?
maybe you guys actually they just think, oh my God, the writers accidentally typed what they wanted to put in the script. It's like, no, of course it was put into those lines.
But yeah, now we must move on from Therapist 1 to Therapist 2. And I actually don't want Genesis to take this scene because he always gets the Ashley scenes. We'll give someone else.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here, Marks, why don't you take this?
I thought Marks.
I love how Ashley's just trying to be a good friend. She's trying to check up on Jake, make sure that Jake's head is in the game and not misdirected. But Jake is clearly still misdirected, and he just wants to try to talk to Ashley about it. Ashley makes it very clear, though. My favorite line by Ashley is, "Hey, I'm no therapist, but I could give it a try." And it's just like, that's a real friend. That's a real friend who's like, I'm not gonna tell you the right answer, but I'm gonna tell you my answer. And that was really real of Ashley, in my opinion. And then, of course, Allie comes in because, we gotta add in a little bit of drama after Ashley and Jake have like a little cute moment of Jake revealing his feelings for Tom again for like the 17th time. And Allie kind of gets a bad reception from Jake. The line was something like, "Not now, Allie." And Allie is like, "I'm trying to eat. Like, what's more important than having breakfast? Being fed for the challenge." And Ashley goes, "Jake, be real. Be like that's exactly what I was talking about. You got to stop doing that because that wasn't good." And I love how Jake, like, kind of in that moment is like, "Oh crap, you're right. Like, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see how bad my actions are now that Ashley is literally putting a mirror up to them." And I love that for their relationship dichotomy, right?
Jashley. No one could have guessed Jashley, right? No one could have guessed that would be such a wholesome friendship, I guess, right?
Actually, was guessed though by Gabby.
By Gabby,
before the
what?
intro came out at all. Gabby Sunflower.
Right.
It was like
yeah.
I agree. I
Man.
love like the problem solving and trying to solve Jake's problems once again.
Yeah.
Just funny.
Now, I'm just gonna say this briefly, but Magenta, I feel like for the last month, Magenta hasn't had a lot of content, but that's because they've won twice in a row now, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Magenta doesn't get a lot of content.
I was wondering if I wanted to mention about the scene was interesting. Is with Jake dismissing Allie, he kind of does say, "Hey, can you please give us some afterwards, we're talking?" And Allie's just this is the first time Jake is put in the wrong by Ashley, but he kind of did say "Hey, we're gonna talk about you can you please give us space? You can do it afterwards." And Allie's like, "Oh my god, we can just starve, I guess." And then Ashley's like, "Yeah, this is what I was talking about." So I was I don't think Jake was really that wrong.
Right.
As you guys know, I love to drag Jake, but I feel like this is the one time you could just say Allie's actually in the wrong. But
Allie was a
I
little
do love that Jake's
hangry.
growing, anyways.
Yeah.
You're not you when you're hungry.
A little bit.
How'd she got so many apples? So many apples.
She did. She could have rationed those apples, but she just eats them all. She ate all the apples. You should have saved some. Save the apples. You don't eat all your apples because you know when the merge is happening. You can't eat them all.
Doctor only recommends one apple.
Oh my god.
So Allie talks about a game called Immortal Kombat, and it's kind of a stretch. It's every time we get logged into a match, the NPC would butt in and complain about your fighting techniques. It's such a stretch. I love it.
No, I love it. It's so fun. It's such a funny jab at Jake that is so Allie coded in her gamer lingo. You can't mute Jake. I love it. That to me, that actually made me audibly laugh when I watched the episode. I love that comment.
Same. I was relatable. And then I cringed. I was like, oh my god.
Genesis says, "Gave off. Where did you learn how to fly?"
Sorry, we'll say this. As someone who has a lot of hours in Mortal Kombat, I feel like Allie's analogy needs work because it's not really true.
That's what I was like.
It's not Mortal Kombat. It's more
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
It's
they don't
Fighter.
complain. Yeah.
Yeah. The only time they complained was maybe a Coliseum map, but that's really
Exactly.
Anyways, moving.
I'm wait.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh.
Yeah, you could have picked any
Exactly.
other game.
Any other fighting game, and that is the thing. Yeah.
I just discovered a scene that was slightly tweaked in the script, and I want to show you guys. I actually forgot about this. I forgot about this completely.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Exclusive content. Exclusive podcast content.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you ever travel with your boyfriend? Of course. He does all the planning. where have you guys gone? Ohio. You guys can travel anywhere, and you chose Ohio? Oh, yeah, gotta love the cornfields there.
Oh my god. I wish.
That was so. I hate
Yeah.
him. He's so stupid.
Oh my god. Ohio and traveling jokes.
I think Jace was like, okay, we gotta have at least one like really strong Tom and bonding scene.
Yeah. Oh my god, period. I love this scene. I loved it. Rip
You
the
wanna talk
Ohio
about it,
jokes.
Tim?
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that scene next, actually? Oh my god, it is. Okay, yeah. So, let me see. Yeah, I think this was like a beautiful moment of like vulnerability. And like I know when I first read Chase's rewrite of the scene, I thought it was really awesome to see like
You always
that
say-
connection. What?
I always say Chase. I say Chase.
Chase? Wait, what did I say?
Yeah, Chase.
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 Chase. Are we not saying it the
Chase.
same?
Emphasize
the
the J, maybe.
Chase?
It's okay.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase.
Get there.
Chase.
It's
What
fine
did I
though. It's not
say?
Judge Tam speaking.
What did I say? I'm
You're
really
giving
trying to...
something time.
What
It's
the heck?
like Chase. I think
Chase?
you got the point.
Oh
Yes,
my
the
god.
voice actor
Right,
of Tom,
Tam's
Jace.
Right, Tam's
Jace.
accent.
It's okay.
Hey, the Ohioan
I did
accent.
Chase.
Oh my god. Oh, now I'm gonna be so insecure about this. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, it's
Jay.
okay.
Say Jay. Okay. Yeah, but what was my point? Yeah, I love the like connection that he drew between their scars and how like and just how they healed from like the past and stuff. And yeah, I in the original scene they were talking about like Ohio and like Tom just like having a fake boyfriend. But I think this scene is so much more elevated once they had like found that connection. And let me see. I'm trying to read this. Yeah, I think it was like a really good moment of showing like their friendship and how it has like evolved at this point. And it was like a really like cute like joking and natural kind of chemistry going on, and like with like the references to like the DC2 finale and stuff. It was so cute. Um, but yeah, I think that really like helped make Tom's confession about having a fake boyfriend here more natural and go more smoothly after that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really sweet scene. And they talk about their scars, which I thought was like a very fun parallel that Jared brought up in like when he revealed the intro. He was like, I just realized that both Aiden and Tom have scars.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh yeah, they do. We were like, oh yeah, they do.
I did the intro slides. I was like, we're gonna have that scar talk soon, like right when the intro drop.
Yeah, no, that was very like
Yeah.
late into production. I think Jace was like, okay, we gotta acknowledge it. We can't leave this hanging.
Yeah. They both
Yeah.
went through like similar arcs, yeah, in their respective seasons. So yeah, I thought, yeah.
Also, the scene also reveals one little thing about like how Tom saw season 2. His interest in like what's the DC one cast season.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
yeah.
watching other seasons.
It's canon.
And one more thing is that originally the scene, Aiden was just gonna ask like a lot of questions, like, "Do you have a boyfriend? Why do you want to keep him away? Why do you lie?" So we were like, "No. Aiden's gotta be a bit more proactive.
Exactly.
You don't have a boyfriend, do you?"
Exactly. Aiden's agency is an emotion. I can't
That's what me
believe.
and Vice to do sometimes. We just make sure Aiden's not asking too many questions. He asks too many questions.
Exactly. You'd be so funny. You know how the montages, like in the Ellie roast montage, we should have the Aiden question montage, where just like every day Aiden just like it's Tom. It's like, hey, and they're like when they're getting fruit, and when they're getting a chicken, like he says this, like it just like montages the whole day, and like at nighttime he just wakes up, hey Tom, what about this? It'd be so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a cute scene. Cute scene. First, like Aiden, Tom, like strong friendship scene. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the only host scene in the episode, surprisingly.
Oh,
Trevor
okay.
and Emily. Kat, you want to talk about this a bit?
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoyed the scene. It was basically the blaring thing of, oh, look, this thing that you clearly are feeling, you finally came out about it? That's crazy. No, I think it was a fun little thing between them. It's just like a short little cutaway of like less drama for the player side and just a little more, look, it's what everyone wanted with this and how obvious it was, but he was hiding in the closet. I will admit I did enjoy the one line. I don't know who wrote it, but the line to where it is like, you think that's big news for a show like this? When it came to like the coming out thing, because if you look at
Oh, that
every
was funny.
relationship
That
going
was
on,
funny.
I was sitting there like, yeah, this is accurate.
Dragged him.
I'm
This is
pretty
not
sure that was
big news.
Michael. It's such a good line. I love that line so much.
Yeah.
In a cast like this, not surprising.
She don't
But
think
yeah.
that's good.
I think it was just a fun little conversation that like gave more to their relationship as well of like, oh look, they can like be good friends and such. Yeah.
And such.
And such. I do.
Roommates.
Look, the and such is the side of Emily that'll probably end up hating Derek if he doesn't open his eyes.
I do wonder if, like, originally, because this was written like a long time ago at this point, like September or October, where it was like ambiguous who Trevor had a crush on, but then it was kind of obvious who it was.
Yeah. I was like, why play it on? Like, we damn well know.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious who he has a crush on. Yeah. It doesn't need to be
Crazy,
secret.
everyone's been tripping them since that one Pride post. Whoa.
Yeah.
Genesis is getting dragged out and like executed for some reason. I don't know. It's
Oh,
alright. It's not a lot of Ashley scenes left.
This always happens with the DC1 episodes.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
only the DC1 episodes. DC2 he stays the whole time. DC1 he has to go.
It's okay. He's
I know.
getting tired of us, you know?
No, hey,
They're
God,
on.
wait! Words cannot describe how I was how excited I was once the DC1 cast started getting involved, and now all this happens.
oh,
I'm a little.
that
will
is
say-
so sad.
I will say, not to switch the narrative, but Genesis is an actor and he could be acting. We don't know.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hello?
Be a moment.
I was acting. I mean, we are almost done with the episode. It's
I'm
really just the
joking.
challenge, and the elimination.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we are almost done.
Okay.
So the challenge starts, and wait, what happens? What happens?
Oh,
Magenta team getting your first look at the new sign team. Ellie voted out, and Ashley is like, "Stings, doesn't it? The rest of you villains better count your days, yeehaw!"
oh my gosh. Ashley was
Maria's like, yo,
ruthless.
I like this episode because there's a lot of I love the 1v1v1 challenges because you can have so many weird interactions. You know what I mean? Like we had Yule
Right.
talking to Tom and Jake. What else? We had Rhea talking to Ashley. We had Tess talking to Rhea. Like we have these like weird interactions, and we don't usually get.
Yeah, it reminded me of that the
So,
one episode. Was it the one where they were like,
The Easy Money episode.
yeah.
That's four.
Easy Money.
Easy money.
Easy money.
I miss him. I miss Hunter and JMO.
Like
But,
for real.
But yeah, no, I mean, I just love the weird interactions. What was your guys' favorite like weird interaction this episode?
Oh.
I love Jake like, being like, "Fuck you, Yule," just throwing a ball at his face.
Probably that one for me. Like, I don't know why Yule just all of a sudden wanted to point out Tom's bulge.
Right. That
He
was
was
Yeah.
really distracted by it himself, so he was hoping to get like the camera on Jake, you know?
exactly the deflection is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was thinking.
Like
They're on the slip and slide. It's like a pendulum going back and forth. He's like, "Oh God, what is this?"
I can't believe they got all.
God.
That's so cool to see them get like three gay characters all in one challenge. Like that was awesome.
For real. Like, I'll be honest, like, I heavily subscribe to the narrative that Yule isn't gay because that's what Jared keeps preaching. And I feel like what makes Yule the most gay is my voice. But then they add these lines like that, and I'm like,
Like,
maybe he is. Like, maybe he is the most
oh my
gay.
god, seriously.
And the kind shirt.
The
Kind shirt.
mixing.
Greg, look at my
You're
boyfriend.
Right!
I think the issue is Yule radiates the I'm in the closet and that's why I'm homophobic energy. And that is
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. It's so true.
Yeah, no. You'll assuming Yule makes the merge, I can't wait for like weird interactions he would have with the DC1 characters.
I know.
He doesn't even know that.
I loved the part when like Yule and Gabby's like evil laughs were in sync. It was so good. Oh my god. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, you'll talk to Gabby as well in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, she's unstable.
God,
He
I
is
love it.
unstable.
Yeah. I wonder what Yule thinks of Ashley. It's like this yeehaw cowgirl. Ah!
Any girl who likes to touch dirt probably isn't a girl that Yule wants to be around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
Cannon.
I mean, Genesis isn't here, sadly, but like it's so funny that Yule, Ali, Aiden, and Rhea are the top 4 DC2 characters at the moment. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
hero.
Hmm?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not really a shocker for like 3/4 of them. Like that was obvious.
You know, but it's funny because like it's Ali for one, it's Yule. It's
Yeah.
just who they are as people.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
what a mix.
Anyway, Crystal says there will be 2 losing teams. I told Imer that there would be a survivor twist, and Imer immediately gets it correct. He said that there's going to be a double ceremony, and I was like, no, that's not what's happening. But no, Imer was right. It was a double tribal council or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna combine the trable, right? 'Cause I
No,
actually...
I don't lie.
Yeah.
no, what? Freaking
That was
idea.
so funny.
What are you doing? What are
This
you
is why
doing?
you should talk to me, like. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Also,
so funny.
Ali has such a stupid line. It's like no friendly fire, right? And I know friendly fire is just a normal term, but it's also like a gamer term, kind of.
Yeah.
Mm.
God.
First one is Gret versus Jake versus Aiden. What do you want to say on that, Tam?
Me?
Yeah.
On the Jake versus Gret versus
Yeah.
Aiden? I don't know.
It's the 2 bickering boys.
Yeah, the two, what is it, watermelon and shrimp? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Gret. Oh my gosh.
And
yeah.
his Gret.
And then there's no, not positive. Positive.
Aiden's catchphrase has always been like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I like how Jake's catchphrase is slowly becoming, "I didn't even do anything."
Oh my god.
I didn't
They're
even do
one and the
anything.
same.
What's wrong with you? I didn't do anything.
Yeah. It has his catchphrase now. I feel like I'm gonna fight this. I think Aiden's catchphrase is no. Like when he's like drops his heart, no,
Yeah.
Lake,
No.
James, no, Lake, no. Like I
Damn.
think it's no at this
all you
point.
have to
At
give.
a cart.
Yeah.
Like it's a-
Yeah. So Gret gets the ball and makes a bucket. I guess makes a basket. I don't know.
Yeah, iconic.
And also, I think we need to talk about this. Gret would want us to buy her supplements. If you want to be good as Gret, you gotta get her supplements to get her basketball skills.
Supplements. Oh
Mm.
god.
As she would advertise.
Exactly.
Definitely not a scam. Or-
Honestly, I just have to say one thing. I question how, there was a back and forth between Jake and Aiden there. When supposedly Aiden's got these these weak arms. I feel like
Right.
that shouldn't have been a back and forth.
Can't bucket at all. And
Oh my
like he's giving Jake a run for his money. Did Jake sleep on the gym during DC free? Like, I don't know. Jake used
Yeah.
to hold
Weak
that
arms
block.
come
Remember,
and
like,
go. He's just saving his strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timing is everything.
I don't know why people say Jade and Aiden are like the same character. No, they're both like impulsive, but like a different kind of impulsive.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Alright.
It's so funny. But yeah, so Allie's like, Jake, you have to concentrate. And Jake's like, don't tell me what to do.
That
Ashley's
was
like,
crazy.
then I will. I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley, like, the mother taking care of her 2 children is so funny.
I know. Oh my gosh.
It's like, fuck, I should have kept Fiore. She was, like, less stressful in this.
Yeah.
Single mom. Or no.
I love
Usually.
Magenta so much. Magenta's so
Come on,
funny.
guys.
I love Magenta so much. They're so funny.
You like
Okay.
what remains of Yeah, they're doing pretty good. We got like the little
I
siblings
feel like
and then
the
the
Magenta order is so cursed. Like all the good people in Magenta's been booted besides Ashley. Like it's like all stars from Survivor all over again.
Right.
It
It's the boot order Magenta. It's just like a weird top 3. It's like these 3 people. I'm like, oh,
was funny.
we have someone else. I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking.
So Alec and Gabby and Ashley are on the slip and slide. Is this the first time Alec ever talks to Gabby? I found that kind of interesting. I was like, I don't remember if they ever talked.
Oh.
Oh, they did actually 2 times. First
did
time
they?
was because of I think Tam. Tam made a line where like about the books, like she's like you wasted paper with those books.
Oh
And
yeah.
the
right,
second
right,
time
right.
was in the merge. Yeah, the second time was at the merge where like Ellie and like she's like, "Hey Alec, I forgive you. I get it's for the game. Let's work together." And then Gabby's like, "Yes, Ellie was a superhero. She played her idol." Like that. They talked 2 times.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh.
Ashley really rubbing salt in the wounds. Ashley's like, she got what she deserved. It's like,
I
God damn it,
know.
Ashley. What are you doing?
She was so bad this episode. Oh my goodness.
What are you
The
doing?
period.
Maybe Ashley did this on purpose. She's like, oh, I'm the only therapist on this island.
Oh damn! Oh my god!
She was like, based on the votes, must have been Tess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Who scores the point? Ashley scores the point. Okay.
Actually,
Yeehaw!
it'd be so funny though. A
the
therapist
other
alliance.
one is-
That'd be so hilarious.
They get there first, and then they have the audacity to miss. Learn
The
how to throw.
audacity.
The audacity. Okay, Imer, why don't you do this since it's your girl, Rhea? The next one.
Okay. Next up, we have Rhea against Tess versus Allie. Obviously, if you guys watched DC2 episode 7, sorry for your trauma,
Oh.
Jpeg. And the team, there was weak team versus strong team. Rhea was part of the strong team. And of course, the 2 people on the weak team are going against her. And as you can tell, Rhea pushed them both with light easiness. And then she's like, you guys are welcome. I'm doing the Tess Allie stands a favor. Which is okay. Like, at least she at least doesn't ship on Allie, so she has some decent taste. And then she gets the point. So she provided so much, and I feel like we gotta give Rhea credit just for taking 2 people out in with 1 push. None of the other competitors were able to do that besides Rhea because Rhea is amazing. And then she got a point in 1 shot, and I think that is why she is a finalist and she's maintaining her title so far pretty well.
Yeah. By the way, is this the only time all season where Tess looks kind of pissed? Tess is like, Rhea, what's wrong with you? She gets like the angry eyebrows. I thought that was
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
cool. Like, is
Tess is more
ever
angry
pissed?
about Allie.
I don't remember.
Wait. Actually, she is pissed at Ellie. Like, remember, like she's like,
Does
a
she-
lie,
Right,
huh?
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Right.
Does she do the
Yeah.
angry eyebrows? Oh yeah.
Angry eyebrows.
Yeah, she was tired of Ellie. She was tired of Ellie's shit that day. That's the truth.
Real.
No, I can decide that for myself. I can talk to Hunter. I can decide that for myself. She was also pissed there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah.
Yeah, she's fighting for Hunter.
Tess being pissed is
You
awesome.
can't, you
It's
can't
like,
dictate
wow, you pissed Tess off. That must be really
know.
bad if you pissed Tess off.
Damn, if only Tess was more. Like, she should have called out, like, the Villains Alliance. She's like, you guys are rude and evil. Like, someone's when they're going through, like, stuff. And just, like,
Yeah, but
I think you're
that's
good.
the same
Like,
thing as that's the same thing as being like, you know, like, oh, I don't know, Darth Vader, you're so evil. It's like, yeah, we know.
Listen,
I wanted
Rhea
to say-
is just trying to
I know, but,
save
like-
them after the sibling gate, the sibling little scandal. Okay.
Exactly. Everyone should thank Rhea for this.
Yeah. Hey Tam, you want to talk about the next one? It's your favorite boys.
Yeah, this is Tam.
This
Wait,
is Tam's
me?
video.
Wait. Oh, who is it? Is it? Oh,
Yule versus Aiden. The Yule one.
the Yule, Jake versus Tom versus Yule. Oh my god! Yes, I was waiting for this. Okay. Yeah. The little awkward Tom and Jake push and pull thing. But then we also get the bulge comment. We get these crumbs of LGBT Yule, which I enjoy so much. Because like, why are you noticing
Me
Yule?
too.
Like, you noticed it first, so like, oh my god. He just wants to sabotage, but
Maybe-
for real, it just backfired. Oh, go ahead.
Marks, if you have funny commentary, you're muted, by the way. Mark's like saying some funny Yule anecdotes.
I was muted, thank you. I was saying this stuff. I was like, Yule's just broody. He's just looking, his eyes just wander all over the place because he's playing the game so hard now. He's looking everywhere.
He's looking for the totem.
so like
"Ah,
he's
there it is."
staring behind him on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yule's looking for the immunity totem. He's like, oh, there it is. It's in Tom's pants.
It's in Tom's pants. He's looking for anything bulging out.
Yeah. There was that idol.
Oh, he's so
Oh god.
Jake, you want to play with Tom's idol?
Also,
My god.
Oh my.
Yule, also
Stop.
yeah. I got a call. I think Yule's managers would say, like, they got a call just for me. They just said Yule was not. He was just like seeing if Tom's body was physique enough to be a dancer for him, or a backup dancer. That was definitely the reason, and definitely not for anything
Oh,
more.
totally.
Yeah, totally.
Gotta really look intensely.
Yeah, he needs to know if he can carry him or not. Pick him up. Throw him around.
Yeah.
Throw
Yeah,
him
for like you know, like that
around.
song where you just do the lift, like at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was just, that was definitely my favorite line voicing for the episode. Just because, like, just you love the zest. I know that's what the audience loves. The audience loves the zest in Yule's voice. So the zestier I can get, the happier I am recording.
Yeah.
Yule has bought so many. I've noticed so many people like genuinely love Yule. This is awesome.
Oh my god.
It is
No matter
crazy
what.
how many people love Yule. I just had to record normally I get joke greetings, but somebody just genuinely wanted me to sing like this soft indie song. Like it's like a little indie ukulele song, and I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting at all. But like they genuinely just want me to sing. They love Yule that much. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
I want to sing greeting. I think Kat didn't like Miriam get like a rap greeting at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Technically,
sorry.
I got stronger than you from Steven's universe, and I'm sitting there like, any other day of the week, I could sing that easily. But you said Miriam, God.
Oh.
And then what made it worse is like, oh, one is Emily, and it's like, oh, here, beatbox, and I'm like, I've never beatboxed a day in my life.
Yeah.
What do you mean beatbox? Sitting here like looking up how to beatbox and like trying to figure it out and just scramble something together.
Live in the moment
I
till
love
I
that.
die.
I made
Oh,
like
God,
a.
I'm wait-
I was like,
I have
being
luckily
spicy.
received nothing of Miriam needing to go back and sing the songs her team did.
What I'm going
Oh,
to
good.
say.
Don't worry.
Granted that no
watch
one's
it,
ever
I'm
asked me
gonna
to
buy
sing
it.
in my range, but I don't think anyone's expecting Death of a Bachelor to be my range, so.
Oh, man.
The death of a bachelor. Ooh, that'd be a fun one.
Where are we? Oh, yeah, the second to last round. Ashley says, "Out of my way, Tom. This one's mine." And I wanted Ashley to say something like, "Are you threatening me?" Because that was like the first thing ever spoken by DC character, I believe, in the trailer, was actually saying, "Are you threatening me?"
Mm.
I want a little callback there.
And it was directed
Totally
at
fun.
mom.
Yeah. Thought that would have been cute. But yeah, Gret takes their balls, and then Ashley's like, "That's cheating," and I was like, "I don't think that's cheating. I think you can do that. I'm pretty sure like that's legal."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ashley's
think
such a
Tommy's
narc.
the
In
force,
a
though.
previous episode, when Miriam threw like the dust ball at her, she's like, "That's a foul."
Yes.
Narc.
There was no rules against it. So
Exactly.
is it?
Is it a
There
foul or
was
is it
nothing saying
strategic
you're
game?
not allowed to do that.
Right.
Right, strategic
Yeah,
gameplay.
but you can't injure the queen, you know? I mean, like, you can't injure
Oh
Ashley. Come on.
Yeah, Genesis. I
she
agree.
did
Genesis, come back.
I'm
Back
dead.
Genesis.
I'm shocked Genesis has not left us yet. I'm ready for the resignation letter from Genesis about the podcast. Just like, bye, fellas, you've bullied me too much.
No, we need
They were filler.
Okay, once we get Ashley's voice actor, then he can leave. That's the finale.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the new joke gonna be?
Yeah, we need a new joke. But yeah, the final round. What happens in the final round? I don't even remember. Ali versus Rhea versus Gabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ali Rhea.
Yeah, this
Gabby.
one I didn't.
You know,
Oh,
where
I had a thing I
Rhea
don't
tries
like
to
about
push
this.
people again, but instead ends up on her ass because she's predictable.
She got ate
Gabby said-
out.
She's like me.
Yeah. My God.
But yeah, and Ali says the
That's-
most cursed line ever by scoring her point.
Oh god, we don't have to talk about that. We don't gotta talk about that.
I think in the first 8 episodes, we kept on suggesting really stupid lines to a point where Jared was like, "Guys, can you stop suggesting anything? It's annoying."
We went so overboard.
She's like, "Gabby used punch. It's super effective." It's tough to go.
Oh my god, that's
David
more of
Schwartz.
like a
That
projection
is
on
horrible.
our part. Oh my god.
So I think they're like, "Fine, we'll throw you one bone." So they added Victory Royale.
Victory Royale. God.
Like, here, we'll give you like
Alright.
one meme line.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
That's a Fortnite reference.
we
right?
need to talk about the scene
Yes.
though.
That is.
Yeah, Fortnite, right? Yeah. So should I say I have a little take on this?
Huh? Yeah?
Rhea once
Yeah, go for
again
it.
is not using. All right. The problem with the scene is Rhea does not use the info that's gathered to her. She should push Allie because she knows Gabby's her #1 fan. She can use that to weaponize. She can just like give a wink to Gabby at the start, then push Allie, and they can work together. And she's
Yeah.
just no, I'm gonna push Gabby. That's just weird. She should be pushing Allie again. Like she knows Allie's late. Like get rid of her.
Oh, shit,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
bone.
It's just Anyways, like I was saying, Gabby's. I feel like there could be more play of Rhea weaponizing Gabby being a super fan of her, but she just doesn't use that opportunity ever. I think this is the perfect time to play when she's like 2 inches away from her. I've been waiting for the parallel, and it's not been happening. Like this is like the third time I've been disappointed.
Oh no! That would have been so
I
good!
I think there's a small parallel, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode. But
Yeah.
So yeah, Magenta wins. The smallest team wins. Very. Some people were like, the second it was double elimination ceremony. People were like, obviously Magenta's gonna win. It's gonna be 4v4, not 4v3. And I was like,
Yeah.
I guess. Like I wasn't even thinking of that, but yeah, I feel like if you look at it that way, it's kind of predictable. But yeah.
Exactly. And the villains are sticking together no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless you put like Magenta and Cyan together. That's the only possibility like Magenta can like go to tribal.
Right.
Yeah.
Or elimination. Stop correcting.
So yeah, before the elimination, we get
correcting
2
myself.
short scenes. One with Yellow, one with Cyan. Who wants to briefly talk about them? Yeah, basically they just decide who do we vote for. Rhea says, "I'd finally like that little shrimp to leave." Yes. Yes.
Yes! She said
Rhea
that.
called Aiden a shrimp. What happened?
Oh
The
my
shrimp
god.
joke made it in.
Yes, I love it how it made it in with the wimpy arms too. My god. It's like it's bully Aiden.
Yule's like, "Aiden's no threat. We should target a big dog like Tom or Gabby." Of course, Yule calls Tom a big dog.
I love that he just thinks that Gabby's a big threat. Like Gabby,
Right.
really of all people. Okay.
Exactly. Right. God.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
love
said,
those
Yo's
two.
not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
They did fight in that one ep. That was pretty. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Then Hunter steals their bag.
Yeah.
Easy Monday.
Easy Monday. Oh my god. Easy Monday.
But yeah, Cyan, they also talk about who they want to vote out, and Gabby's like sad. Tess is like, no, come on, let's all work together. And again, I thought that was really good that Tess is actually taking incentive with the vote, because she really didn't before. So now she's taking a little bit of incentive.
Right.
Too little, too late. Yeah.
Yeah. she had, like, after voting on Ellie, she's like, oh yes, I love the strategy of this game, but it only lasted like one more round.
Yeah.
Here we have it, the final scene of the episode, the elimination ceremony. Imer, you want it?
Okay.
Who wants it?
So there's a lot of. All right, I can go for it. I can give someone else the other thing. I just want like the pitches, so that's all I want to talk about. So basically, we see Aiden's pitch. She's like, "You gotta get Rhea. She'll backstab you right away. She's a snake. She's done it before, and she's pushing me off the cliff." I will say, you know what, fair. Like, but here's the thing: Aiden is kind of stupid. If he's being petty, you should vote off Yule because Yule poisoned you and tried to actually kill you. Rhea just left you hanging. There's a difference. Like, Yule actually like planned out his death. He's like, we're gonna put some little mushrooms on his food. We're gonna watch him sick and die. And then like Rhea's like, oh, I can't save you. I gotta win. And he's like, Rhea did more harm than me. Like, this could have been the coolest throwback to episode 5. This would make more sense. Like, I would rather be mad at someone who tried to kill me than someone who didn't save me. Like, even though both are bad, but like, there's obviously one that's worse. But I will say this is remedied very much because of Rhea's comeback line. She's like, "Bring it, twerp! I can beat you any day in a tiebreaker in a 6-day to Sunday." And it's like the best line. I'd say it's such a good one. Like, I will protect it for that reason, just because Rhea's amazing and she kind of you'll Aiden back. That's why I'll defend that. But then we have the Gret pitch, which is I love this one because I've been waiting for this. Gret is he has a very like well perceptive character. She's always known everything that's going on with dynamics because Gret is very involved in like seeing everything go on. It's like, oh, there's no way the vote was for the one. Why don't I play around and say, what's it called? Gabby, there's no way you voted Ellie, right? They must have blindsided you. And Gabby's like, you're right. They did blindside me. And then you just see how Gret just knows the right words to say because she's a businesswoman and she knows every little detail because she's used to living with Gabby and stuff like that. Like, she's known for her perceptive nature, even though like her relationship is not perceptive, but that's another story. And we just see like Gabby's hesitancy, and this starts the 50-50 of all time. Granted, there's no 50-50 of who she sides with because the last episode has it pointless. It's not pointless. It has a confessional reel, and she's going to side with the villains no matter what. So it really just comes down to which of the 3 mouses are going to be put into the mousetrap, which is the bus. And I think it's just very nice and cold, and it really fits into the story.
I like how all of the villains get like one line. It's like, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Do you really think you can trust those two again?
Yeah.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. I love that. They all get like one little line.
Yeah. And also, we got to also point out, because this is part of the yellow pitch, Tom's like, that was just simple strategy reason. We didn't do it on purpose. And Gabby's like, Tom literally said, yeah, in your face, Ellie. Like, he literally confirmed he did it off of emotions. Even if it is strategy, Gabby has the perception that she did it. And then Aiden's like, yeah, there's no reason. Aiden literally makes a smug comment to Ellie, too. Those two are like, we did it just for strategy. But, like, they definitely put a bad taste in Gabby's mouth when they kept cheering. Because she thought they were just all friends. Like, it won't be that bad if you vote Ellie out. At least we'll have to be chill. And nope, they decided to stick in.
Yeah, Tom and Aiden are so clueless together. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm really worried about.
I know.
About reception because like it really comes across that like Tom and Aiden unintentionally got Tess voted out.
Yeah, Tess actually did nothing wrong besides like I understand Gabby's reason for getting taken out Tess because Aiden and Tom aren't friends with Tess, but Aiden and Tom are friends with Ellie. But Tess is friends with Ellie, and she's been Tess for like the whole semester. She thought, no way a friend would do something that cruel.
Yep.
Blindside Ellie and not give her the warning that she's voting her. That is all Gabby knew they needed. She is a problem, and she has to go. And I think that's the right cold in nature.
Yeah.
There's a line at the beginning I forgot about this, but Gabby says something like, "Ellie needed the money more than anyone else here." And that's like,
Yeah.
you.
She was that bad in the trenches. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, definitely. She wasn't that bad.
But yeah. So I think it's interesting because like this is like one of the few elimination ceremonies where you, well, okay, Emer's gonna call it obvious, but even he didn't guess it. Where it's like you don't know who's going
Well,
home. It's one of the three.
I didn't
but
say
you don't know which
obvious.
one.
Yeah.
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 Oh, like it's not really one of the three because when you look story wise, there's a comeback. There's no way they put Aiden, Lake, and James all in the comeback episode together. That'd be just so awkward for the storyline.
I mean, you
Or
never
like
know.
it becomes
maybe,
a 50-50.
maybe you never know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I definitely believe what you're saying right now.
Saying this... Yeah. So
Yeah, don't.
I'll be Tess.
Oh my god.
All right, can't you be Crystal?
Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out must leave the ceremony immediately. First vote, Rhea. Rhea. That's 3 votes, Rhea. Next vote, Tess.
What?
Oopsie.
Tess. That's 3 votes, Tess. 3 votes, Rhea. Tess. 8th person voted out of Disventure Camp All-Stars. Tess. That's 5 votes. It's time for you to go.
It's just a game. It's not personal.
That seems very personal.
It's okay, guys. Can someone just say bye to Allie for me?
Of course, Tess.
I wish all 3 of you the best of luck. Gabby, I want you to know I understand, and I'm not mad.
Hi, Tess. Thanks for helping me win whiskers.
Of course. And I'll tell Ellie that you're doing well.
And another one bites the test. 2 left to kill! I'm sorry. Now that I'm a villain, I need to work on my evil laugh.
Oh Jesus.
That's
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Slay.
I love how,
insanity now that I'm a villain.
Did Tess
Yeah.
improv in a line? Because I feel like, didn't she say, "It's okay, guys, please don't fight over this"? Or did she
Yeah.
just say,
Oh,
"It's
yeah.
okay"?
No, sorry. I copy pasted the original script, not the updated script. My bad. That was
Oh,
the line I added.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah.
One time I'll get these my evil laugh.
Yes.
I'm looking at the dog. I made like a eulogy for Tess. So funny.
Eulogy.
A eulogy?
Rest in peace, Tess.
They said, "Okay, I'm very happy with this."
Let me see.
I made another eulogy for another. Actually, a few characters, not. But yeah. Yeah, but no, I love how Gabby's not like completely villainous. Like she's only like pretending to be a villain. You know, she's working on her evil laugh.
Right.
It's like a cartoony villain. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The way I see it,
Yeah,
it's like
I
she's
love
kind of
that.
trying to imitate Rhea or something. So I thought that's kind of funny.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, you're not allowed to get away with this super fan thing. Like, no, I'm not. They should have been used before. I'm gonna fight that much.
No.
But I do like that though. It's a cute idea. I know,
Yeah,
not
it's-
yeah. I will. Yeah, I will
And yeah,
say
I
though,
love.
it's
Oh, yeah.
kind. Right. So maybe this is just not meant to be a thing, but I'm confused with like Gabby. She's like, maybe I should join the Villains Alliance, but the Villains Alliance asks her, and that starts a dilemma. Not like Gabby considering it. Was that a line like not realizing what the next episode was in mind, or is it just like to have like a hint of what to look forward to?
I think it's both a hint, and it's just like you know, it's easier said than done, right? You can say I'm gonna work with the
Yeah.
villains, but like maybe she's unsure about it until like Tom and
Yeah,
Aiden
but-
kind of provoke her. She's like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it. I'm gonna do
Right.
this anyway.
But we don't. Yeah, but I think. I know, but I wish we got to see a little bit more of the mindset with a confessional. Show like I could go with the villains. Maybe I want to try working with them. I'll see how it goes, and then we can just put up like this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's lacking a little bit in that department, and that's why I was very confused with like why. And I understand Genesis. Oh, I can't say that because it's not out. But yeah, I understand like maybe her being a potential candidate for LVP because of those reasons. Because
Yeah.
I didn't really get
Why?
to see
Because she has
this
layers.
build up very well. No, I would not put her LVP, but like
Okay.
I like Gabby, but I just feel like that was a thing that could have been maybe more expressed well in the writing. It's still I like the execution. I wish the bridge to get to the execution was a little better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still great,
Right.
but just like
Yeah. I get that. Wait, no, I like how before she goes, Gabby is not mad at Tess for helping with Mr. Whiskers, and Tess is like, of course, I'll tell Ellie that you're doing well. It's like, it's just a game. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The way I see it, Gabby's just like she's working with the villains, but she's like I don't know. She's like the tag-along kid. She's like pretending to work.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that one friend who's like not really part of the group, but she's like she pretend to be part of the group.
Thinks she's part of the team.
Like when you like if you're younger, if you went to like a fire station, just like you're an honorary firefighter, and you have that little badge, and your little kid when all the adults being firefighters. That's Gabby. She's honorary firefighter.
Gabby gets like a fake villain mask. It's like
oh my god, that is so cute.
We live in a society. She starts dancing as a Joker.
Oh my god, just like Oliver.
But that's not the last scene of the episode. Surprisingly, there's one more scene after this. Who wants to talk about this? Who wants to talk about this last scene?
Oh, this is my favorite scene of the episode.
Ooh.
There's somebody on the production team.
Yep. Oh my god, this scene was so much longer in the original script. Look, Tam, look at the script. It's so much longer.
Oh, let me see.
Look at this.
Oh my god, wait.
We're not gonna say any of this. We're not gonna say any of it. It was so much longer.
Whoa!
Spoils.
Whoa there.
Yeah, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is like 15 lines of dialogue, but here it only became 2 lines of dialogue.
Oh, that's so sad.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of like blocking off this thing happening because I'm the only one who hasn't seen this future episodes. So like,
no, I don't think Ken or Marks know about it yet.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh.
No, this is really sad. Yeah.
No, we'll share at the end of the season. We'll share it at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no.
That's awesome.
It's It would have added a little bit, but yeah. This scene was just so like freaking like dramatic. It's like.
Yeah.
Emily barely.
Crystal's eyes just like widened.
Whoa.
I forgot if I mentioned this. I was like, did I mention like before? I was like, isn't really gonna get fired for this stuff? Like she's just been, like throwing it, like giving you advice, like giving like his standards in the game, like that Gret's not happy. Like that's kind of cheating. I'm happy seeing it's addressed now.
Yeah.
Yeah. My god, it's like.
Is it really cheating if he's just blind and it's super obvious to everyone else?
Exactly.
The thing with Yul, I think
really
he's very
cheating if he's
oblivious
just
when it comes to
dense?
his alliance. He can tell Yul's great reads on other people, like his enemies, but he has horrible reads on people he's working with. He's like, they're working with me. They must idol me. I'm amazing. That's why. And then it's just like, that's why Hunter, Tess, and Ali used them as a shield, because he didn't think they would ever have the brains to do it, because they worship him.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's doing
god.
the same with here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oliver's like, Miss Crystal, one of the staff members were caught breaking the rules.
Snitch. Just let Emily.
Literally, you haven't been around, and now you show up to talk about this.
Exactly.
Not that Crystal's been like going a little deranged.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like that's his concern, is cheating over like his friend Crystal having some problems that.
I mean, it's never revealed who it is, though. Might be Derek. You never know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely Derek. Definitely look in the reactions. It must be Derek.
Definitely Derek. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely Derek.
Yeah.
You gotta go by code DD.
I just realized with Genesis gone, it's just Imer as the non-knower. Everyone else knows what's happening.
Oh yeah.
Except Imer.
Yeah, this is. I know. It's like I feel like I went to the wrong class. Like I redirected.
Showed up in the wrong place.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, am I invited?
But yeah.
Oh.
Unless anyone has anything else to say, I think that's it for the episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it time for LVP and MVPs?
Heck yeah! It's time
Oh
for it.
gosh. These were so hard for this episode. Ugh.
Wait. Genesis wants to go first. Genesis,
This
you
is
go first.
easy.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Genesis, go first.
Okay, my LVP for this episode is Gabby. Um,
Oh.
Huh?
huh?
Yeah.
I'd agree. I mean,
Nothing-
like,
nothing,
yeah,
go on.
it's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. It's valid.
Gabby killed my favorite character, and I still don't think she's LVP.
Oh.
Well, I
Someone
think
had
she.
to go.
Actually, wait. I can defend this.
Well,
No.
mainly I'm giving LVP to
No, just
Gabby because, like, well, for one thing, I mean, I'm not the most warm on Ellie, but I don't know, like, Gabby's always been one to vote based on emotions and not reason, and you know, I mean, that's just kind of like her character, and it's fun. That's kind of a fun part about her is that, you know, her emotions are a wild card, and when you vote based on your emotions, that makes the vote a wild card. Yeah, no, she should have stuck with reason on this one.
This is Dan talking.
I mean, you lose the most stable character though, so it's like now there's no therapist to help everyone out. You're weakening their morale.
No more therapy.
Their morale's being why? You think Aiden's gonna be the therapist? Heck no, it's not gonna
Oh
work.
god.
Well, I mean, sure, like, fine, I guess, but, you know, it's sort of like the fact that, like, she's giving, I don't know, she's scrutinizing everyone else for their actions more so than Ellie, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially in regards to Tess. And it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, I know there's a bit of relationship bias, but like I'm kind of ticked off now.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
Yeah.
MVP.
Oh, thank you, Genesis. Nice takes. Very interesting.
I don't know if I personally agree, but
Thank
okay.
you, Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis is kind of weird.
Kind of lame.
Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, either we're gone with Genesis' lame takes. Let's go with ours cooler takes. I'll still judge though.
Okay, who wants to go? We usually start with
should I just-
LVP so that we end with positivity. But yeah, who wants to?
I
Who
feel
wants
like
to
I'm
go?
never first LVP. Should I
Yeah,
go
you go
first
first.
LVP because I'm never first?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Hi, LVP. This might come to a surprise. I originally was gonna go for Tom because he regrets Paul, but I'm not that petty. So I'm gonna go Aiden for LVP this week.
What?
I feel like Aiden, what he just provided was nothing. Like Rhea said, he's uninteresting. Aiden's just repeating everything we've seen already. I like the scene with what's it called? I forgot, like his scar thing and the James on the thing. But that's one scene. When he's a relevant character in this episode, I can't just free him when he's just a lot of his content's kind of bashed a bit. I think he was there's no one badly written this episode. It's just I think he had to take the little blunt of it because every side character played their role. He was one of the bigger faces, and I just don't think he played enough. But
Wait,
what are you gonna do?
who was
like
it?
everyone was good.
Who'd you say again?
I know,
Sorry, I
yeah.
blanked.
Aiden.
Aiden?
Aiden.
Oh, okay,
Aiden.
okay. Oh.
Yeah. I feel like letters played their role well.
All right, interesting. Who wants to go next?
I just don't know. It's so hard. I'm struggling to find an LVP.
Yeah.
No, right?
Same. I had to
I
pick
know
like
one.
a few people. It's like,
Oh, okay. You know what? I think this episode I'm going to give my LVP to Allie, just because I just don't feel like she did as much as everybody else.
Period.
oh, that's a good
I
thing.
agree.
Yeah.
Especially a Mortal Kombat analogy. That should be prime.
Yeah, no, I'll piggyback off Marcus as well. I agree. I think Allie, not a lot to do this episode except get snippy at Jake, make a really forced gaming reference, and then say Victory Royale. So yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tess is gone now, so who knows? Maybe things will change.
I'm gonna
I
capitalize
couldn't
on
give
this
Ali 3
opportunity.
LVPs.
What?
Huh? What'd you say?
I just said what?
No, Emer.
Oh, I said I can't give Ali free LVPs, so I had to be nice on her a
Oh!
little bit. I feel kind of targeted if I did that. Like,
Oh yeah, you did.
That's why I had to go Aiden.
I'm looking at the chart now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I think
So when
I.
I'm clean, like I can't do that.
Oh my
I
god.
use my alley card too much.
Yeah. I haven't done her, so I guess I'll
Yeah,
take
go
advantage
for
of
it.
this opportunity and say Ali too.
Aw.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Ali, I don't know.
That's
Originally, I was gonna pick Gabby or Tess for this, cause
what?
Oh.
I know. I just feel so sad for them. I don't know. And like, I don't know.
But yeah, they made you feel emotions. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
but it's also like, I don't know. Tess, yeah, I feel like no, she got a lot this episode for elimination. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just roast on Ali. This is my time. This is my time.
Yeah.
Victory
You know,
Royale.
Definitely roast.
Nah.
You're roasting yourself.
No. Oh my god. Yeah. No.
I'm gonna say something. Jared pointed this out, but Tess gets like more lines in episodes 8 and 9 than the first 7 episodes. It's kind of funny.
Yo, that's crazy.
She's a yapper in these
You know.
episodes, man.
Yeah.
Here, Kat, how about you? Who's your LVP of the episode?
Assume it has to be an actual player and isn't a staff member.
No, don't give me staff members.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Wait, I could have
Okay,
done
fair.
Oliver. I'm joking.
Ooh. Dang.
Wow, he basically tuned nothing. But honestly, I know she's the host, but I'm giving it to Crystal.
Ooh,
Oh.
valid.
Like, she didn't add any spice extra or, like, give much more than just basic host necessities.
Exactly.
Like, step up the game. Be more entertaining.
Exactly. Oh my god. Yes. That's why I'm
Or
living for
Crystal.
Emily
She
right
just had
now.
the recap lines, and that's it.
Genesis, how about you go? MVP?
MVP is Gret, hands down.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Wasn't expecting
yeah, good taste. Good taste.
Yo.
I think Gret was great
And
this
so she can be-
episode. This episode
I was gonna say, I
single-handedly
can now
made me a
defend
Gret
you.
fan. Oh, sorry.
Let's go.
I said this episode single-handedly made me a Gret fan because I love her character writing. Like I mean, like she was good in the first season as well. But it was like one of those cases where I was like she's good, but like I'm not rooting for her. Like I'm very clearly rooting against her because you know. But in this case, I'm kind of like siding with Gret now a lot more. And that might be like the classic trope of like, you know, you make someone look more likable by pairing them up with someone even worse, you know? But like,
Oh, you're talking about Yule. I thought you were talking about
yeah, I'm
Rhea.
talking about.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I mean you.
Oh.
But
It was-
oh god,
yeah,
I'm getting a call telling me to hurry my ass up. But
No.
like, basically, yeah, no, I like Gret. I think she's great. I'm actually kind of starting to root for her, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I'm still getting used to the feeling.
Finally, you
but it's
listen
nice.
to me.
This is the third
my
time. This is the third time I had to eat my words because of Imer.
All right.
Yes, I tell you every time.
Well, thank you, Genesis.
is
We
like
will now
how-
flash forward back to the past. Woo!
Okay.
Time travel. Oh, wow. Okay. I think
Ooh.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Crazy take.
Ooh,
Crazy
you
take.
put Gret as MVP. You guys don't like
Oh yeah.
Wait, cheer, yeah. Oh my god, I had temporary amnesia. That's it.
Oh my God.
I totally forgot.
I'm sorry. That was the you
Temporary
talking in
amnesia.
me. Sorry.
Genesis, get
Yeah.
wife. Oh my gosh, Genesis keeps on lagging out. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
It's okay. They're just like Dan.
Okay, so who wants to go next then? MVP of the episode. I will go actually. I think Rhea did really well this episode. Usually I don't really ever talk about Rhea, to be honest. You know,
Yes.
she had a stern talking to with Gret, motivated her, did pretty okay in the challenge by pushing people, gave the Tess Alley stands a crumb. Give them a crumb. Said some snappy things to Aiden. Rhea really dominated this episode, I feel. So,
Oh, dang.
yeah, I'll give it to her.
You stole.
And I want to be the Mary Kate to Jpeg's Ashley this episode because my MVP is also Rhea. I think that Rhea just honestly ate this episode from just the vote out to calling out Aiden to giving that pep talk to Gret to even her iconic run in the challenge. Like, I really think that Rhea just utterly slayed this episode.
Oh yeah. And she made shrimp cannon as well. Shrimp snout
Mm-hmm.
cannon. It's great.
Can I be your Elizabeth Chase Olsen? To
Wow,
your
you want to be the
American
most popular one?
Yes,
Oh my
of course, iconic.
Scarlet
Oh my
Witch.
god. Ugh, I don't really like Scarlet Witch, but yeah. um, yeah, I think Rhea did a lot this episode too. Just to piggyback what you guys said, and oh, sorry, there's something going on up the stairs. Yeah, I think that Rhea's scenes were good too. Very entertaining, but
Oh.
also very genuine in a way.
Wow. Mark's 10 and myself all have the same MVP and LVP. That's cool.
Oh, whoa. We are the Olsen siblings.
The Olsen siblings. All right, who wants to go next? Kat or Emer?
All right, so it's not a lot. It's not hidden that my two favorite characters are Rhea and Gret, and there's two ways I can base this MVP off of. I can base it off most improved. That's obviously Gret because she's had so much. But I gotta do best of the episode. I think this is Rhea's best episode ever. Well, yeah, pretty much. I think this is like really good. We got first to talk with Gret. Like she started off like throwing a drink in Yule's head. Like that's so funny. And then she just gave the talk to Gret. She gave us so much backstory of like how much she admires Gret, and that's always what I wanted about Rhea. And then we got the whole challenge where she was so chaotic and making all these moves, where she was like pushing people. She's like, Tess Alley shippers will thank me. And then she also like soloed Aiden. Like, Aiden, you think you're so clever, but I can beat you in a tiebreaker if ever possible. Why don't you sit down and stop talking for once? Because you're so uninteresting that you need my name to make yourself relevant. And I think that is just very awesome. Like the dialogue wise, like she really put Aiden down. She's like, you can say whatever you want, but without me, you would never be known. And it's just really great. And then we just ended off with her like Liren and Gabby, like with some stuff, like in the villain's line. So they'll have like a line. I think Rhea just like she nailed everything I wanted out of Rhea. Like this is the best individual episode Rhea's been. And Rhea kind of needed Connor as a foil, but this time without Connor, I think this is like a really good one. And this is how you write Rhea by herself. And I have to give MVP just for that.
She had her Kanye West moment. I made you famous. Oh my
Ah!
god.
I was... Oh my! I was thinking more Poverty Shallow, but we can go that way too.
Tam doesn't know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm like. Is that from? Wait.
One
is that
Survivor.
Like oh, okay. I was gonna say like, is that a Phoenix reference?
No, it's not. It's Attorney.
That sounds like a Phoenix right now.
That's a fair guess. It does actually.
All right.
But yeah, let's move on.
Last one.
Kat, it's your turn. You've got time to decide. Now you gotta pick. It's hard.
Now I've gotta actually dedicate. Honestly, I know there was like back and forth. I am gonna put on for saying like Brett is gonna be my MVP because when it comes to self-understandment, no matter who gives you that speech, it is down to you to make that realization. It is up to you to make like the actual connection and go overall. And she's sitting herself down and actually realizing, okay, maybe I do need to do something for myself for once and like own up as a person to separating myself from what is bad. And that takes a lot more on the individual who's in the situation than like an outside force who could always tell you, oh my god, but you need to do this. No, it's on you to make that decision. So it's going to her for that.
Oh my god. Wonderfully said.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Just mind blown how well you said that. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the regret duo, the regret duo as the MVPs this episode. I feel like worth it.
That's so
Absolutely,
funny.
absolutely valid.
I do not regret my choice.
You'll regret this.
You'll regret this.
You'll not regret this.
Oh man.
All right, that has been the episode 9 analysis of Disventure Camp All Stars here on the Disventure Dispatch. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and listening. And extra thank you to our fabulous guest star, Kat. Thank you so much once again for coming out and bestowing your talents upon us in not just one way, but two.
Yes.
Yay!
I shut up. I made fun of Genesis. I did my job. Completely what you guys brought me here to do.
Period.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He always leave whenever
And
we
we
have a
broke down
DC1
roles
guest.
and-
He always leaves early. Like the DC2 guest, he
He
stays
died.
the whole time.
It's
Oh.
okay. He's just still salty that he could never win any of those last the longest in the call for when we did table reads.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You know,
Actually,
he
last
went out
a
of
while.
pity, but
Oh.
I do have to
Yeah.
run to go to a Survivor watch party, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Enjoy.
It was nice. It was
I gotta-
nice meeting you, Kat. And I will see all of you. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, Marks.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Marks.
oh my god, you're peanut butter and jelly.